Smooth, it's time, man. Let's talk some 49ers football. Niners! My condition has improved. Not completely, but it feels a lot better today than it has been. Get there, get a few more days, you know. I haven't had a virus like this in a long time. Anyway, DC's fam are no longer fearing San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan. Nobody's scared of you anymore, and they beat you like a stepchild last year, didn't they? 49ers offense isn't fooling today's NFL, fam. 2025 draft loaded with defensive linemen. I'm just saying, I know, I'm with you. I want an offensive lineman. We need an offensive lineman. We need 2 or 3. I'm just saying, okay, let's get into this. Since the Niners hard fall, see, I said, I spoke too soon. Since the Niners hard fall, like falling off a cliff from grace immediately after a Super Bowl appearance, nothing is given a pass for the dismal 2024 season. Nobody gets a break. There's no excuse for anybody. Even Coach Kyle Shanahan, who was considered by many, I know, not Jalen or Tony, as a football's X's and O's genius, is a target for every critic out there. They're just beating him up like crazy. And most of those critics are coming from us, the Niner Empire. The question is, does Shanahan's offense now warrant the label of outdated, do not open after 2023? Throw it in the garbage. And also, as us 49er fans sit down to budget the team's expenses as if we were personally paying the bills, how are your calculations coming along so far? I mean, can we even afford Jadeveon Clowney, of whom he's with the Panthers right now, but he'll be available and looking for a job as soon as free agency hits, and still asking for top money. Jadeveon's 31 years old. He's been doing this for 4 or 5 years. When he first came out doing this, saying, "I'm Jadeveon Clowney. I want way more money than y'all talking about," and he's been trying to get that money ever since he went there. He's had a couple of opportunities. I mean, he was with Miles Garrett. He was with Miles. He should have ate and been fat as a pig at the end of the season. He didn't. Or would it be ideal to find a stud in the draft, save money, and go back to work on putting nothing but first-rounders on that Niners D-line? That's where I'm at. Although I'm so torn between the first-round pick, I don't know what to do. If this particular draft is loaded with defensive linemen, get that OT in the first round, Kyle. And immediately in the second round, trade up or something and get that stud that somebody missed to put on that defensive line. I just don't know what to do with that. The phones are going to go tonight, fam, for your opinion of the cat being completely out of the bag regarding Coach Shanahan's once elusive offense. Jalen, I know you're going to be in here tonight. I can't wait, man. Can you just come on in here? I'm waiting for you. And Big Show. Hey, Show. So you don't have to hide? People talk about you because they love you. They just want you to do better. I'm kidding, Show. I know you don't feel like you need to do better. But any college football experts, I want to hear from you. Any D-Lineman in the 2025 draft, do they look Niners worthy? Fam, an NFL insider says keep an eye on 49ers as suitors for quarterback Joe Flacco. The more I thought about that, though, the more I felt that's not a terrible idea. Flacco's had a couple of good seasons. Well, he didn't do so well in Indianapolis, but what he did with Cleveland was ridiculous. That was 2 years ago, right? So, I don't know. they're going to have to get into the quarterback. Because as we were talking about a while back here, a couple of weeks ago, Josh and company are not coming back probably this year. At least 49ers are probably going to be interested in signing him. Maybe Dobbs come back, but I don't think he wants to be a guy that has no opportunity to start. Yeah. And Nick Sorensen wants to be a Cowboy, and he will. It's been pretty much confirmed he will sign with the boys. He'll be hooking up with his old buddy and new head coach Brian Schottenheimer, so they can both get both get beat to death together. Dallas is seeking to replace John Fassell, who left to become the Titans special teams coordinator. He's out of here. He's gone. Fam, Schottenheimer and Sorensen were working bros with the Hawks in 2018 to 2020. Fam, special teams coach is becoming the most difficult thing to do in the NFL. Have you noticed that? How many teams actually have good special teams? There's a few. Most of them, though, it's not the full special teams, but it's usually that one guy who comes down the field 100 miles an hour and runs through the defense like they weren't there. We never get that kind of guy. And also, you've got Jake Moody on your special teams. Mitch Wisnowski, who's had a bad back the entire half a season, he's been sitting down screaming in pain. There are things that a coordinator can't fix. So I'm really worried about that special teams this year. Meanwhile, the Niners, Robert Saleh's man from the Jets, special teams coordinator Brian Boyer, will become the 49ers special teams coordinator. You know anything about Brian Boyer? In Jesus' name, amen. Fam, you know what? This is the thing. We lost some games. It was a group effort as far as losing games last year, but special teams, how many times we sat up and lost our minds screaming at the monitor or whatever you're watching the game on about special team flub-ups? We lost the Super Bowl behind special teams last year. Okay. Brian, please, man, help us. Help us, please. The quotes, I love quotes. PFF analyst Dalton Wasserman regarding Jordan Elliott. Elliott struggled in what could be his lone season in San Francisco, as he did during his 4 years in Cleveland. His 47.6 overall grade is actually the second highest of his career. I didn't even know this about him, but it certainly isn't the mark of a starting caliber player. He is the 49ers' worst, according to Wasserman. He is the worst signing the 49ers had in the last off-season. Excuse me, Mr. Wasserman. Did you notice that a guy named Devondre Campbell signed with the 49ers last year? Elliott didn't piss me all the way off. Devondre did. So I'd be willing to argue with you about that for any length of time, okay? I mean, at least Elliott stopped the run on occasion. But they say that Yidam was our best signing. Yidam was good at stopping the run, but he couldn't cover worth a damn. You see, fam, these are the things that a championship team has got to get straightened out. Anyway, you know what? If Yidam may not be on the field that much next year, but I think the 49ers should draft another corner. They've almost bingoed 3 times. Luda Jr. is still a concern. I think he'll be okay. He's not terrible, but he just does the most boneheaded things at the most strangest times. Because every football player does do that, though. So, all right, anyway, NFL Network analyst Daniel Jeremiah. I love these guys during this time of the season. Him and Bucky get together and start talking about draft picks. I don't know the percentage of them being accurate. I do watch them because they're entertaining. They argue back and forth. It's pretty funny watching them do that. But they discuss the limitations of the Shanahan offense on the Move, the Sticks podcast. These are some of the things. They echoed a lot of what we talked about for the last year. Starting from the Minnesota game last year, it became really clear and evident that everybody, here's what they said. I mean, because it was brutal. The conversation went like this. Jeremiah, how many times have we seen the Shanahan offense when they get down and there's no illusion of run and it's drop back pass time? They're done. Unquote. Brooks responds with, "It's a big problem." We talk like Bucky. "It's a big problem. The offense is built to play from ahead where they can dictate the terms." Yeah, Bucky almost reminds you of Trent Baalke when he talks. There's something going on there he can't get straightened out. Anyway, he goes on to say, where they can get you seduced by the run action and then throw it down the field. Now, we have seen that time and time again. And when they're behind, they don't have a true drop-back component to the passing game. That's why when Brandon Ayuk went down, I didn't really realize at the time, game over. He was that guy that was downfield waiting for the ball. And most of the time, he got it. Boy, I know. Are you thinking about him too? I'm not Ronnie Bell. I'm glad. Good luck to you, boy. He goes on to say, not that it's a narrow path to victory for them, but the game plan and the game script can't go awry because it's really hard for them to climb their way back into it just because the playbook isn't built for them to be behind. Now, we've been talking about that for a long time. And by the way, that little thing that announcers always up to, it's embarrassing. At the halftime, the announcer will always say, the 49ers are blah, 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 and won when not leading at the half. Every time they said that, I got that chill, that feeling of fear. And we were behind like 7 to 10 points. And I'll be damned. And we came back a couple of times. Only a couple, though. The rest of the time, we just got hell beat out of us. Bucky goes on to say, it's something they have to talk about, something they have to work on. It's certainly something that has popped up not only in Houston, but with other teams that run iterations of this offense. Unquote. See, that's the gospel truth. How much does that sound familiar? Another reason the Shanahan offense isn't built to come from behind is that it doesn't value elite offensive linemen. Everybody's saying the same. We started this conversation, I think, even before these people started thinking this way. Once the opposing defense knows these guys have to pass block, they get destroyed. See Super Bowl losses to the Chiefs. The 49ers need to update their offensive philosophy and possibly their offensive scheme, too. Cal's already said that he was going back into his lab and come up with some idea. I know what you're thinking, fam, but I'm telling you right now, he's not stupid. But you know what he couldn't do? Kyle couldn't change things up after week 2 and 3. Because these are things that have to be fixed before the season starts. You can't say, all right, guys, settle up. We're going to make some changes to what we do. It's not going to stick. They're going to run through it. It takes reps to get good at anything, in football or any other sport for that matter. It's reps. They didn't have time to get reps. They damn sure better get them in the preseason this year, though. The interesting thing, too, is every team running Shanahan's offense was destroyed this past season. Even the ones that went to the playoffs. Green Bay, LaFleur got blasted out of the playoffs, right? And D'Amico Ryans and the Texans. A serious ass whooping and goodbye. Of course, then again, I'm not going to get on the refs and the Chiefs. I'm not going to do it. You can do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm tired of shit. You're feeling on that tonight, fam, when we get to the phones in just a few minutes. Via ESPN, Matt Miller. This is the best defensive line group I've seen in 15 years. I've attended the Senior Bowl, Ole Miss, Walter Nolan, and Princely. Wow. Umana-Milan. Umana-Milan. I can't wait to see what he looks like. What kind of name is that? Princely Umana-Milan, plus Texas A&M's Shermer Stewart, our first-round talents, and headline a group that has 11 players ranked among my top 65. Marshall Speedy edge rusher Mike Green, the FBS leader in sacks in 2024 at 17, is another player to watch. This group is stacked and versatile with quick, smaller edge players and big, strong defensive tackles, such as Texas' Alfred Collins Kentucky's Deion Walker. Defensive line is the strength of the 2025 draft class, and it will be represented in Mobile, unquote. See, I know what you're thinking, fam, because I know us, right? I'm thinking the same thing. If the 49ers pick up anything in the first round, he's going to struggle. It is the jinx. I don't know what it is exactly, but we pick up a first-round pick. He shines like gold. Brand new money. You see him coming down the aisle and picking up Goodell and throwing him up in the air and juggling him around because he's so powerful. Then we get him out on the field, and he hasn't got an IQ for football. He's out there making all kind of boneheaded mistakes. I could see it already. But Miller isn't the only analyst excited about this year's draft class. Daniel Jeremiah, again, also noted on Twitter that more than 30% of the initial top 50 ranking is defensive linemen. DJ likes Penn State defensive end Abdul Carter, also defensive end Walter Nolan, Ole Miss. Free agents now. See, fam, these are the guys you want to get, and hopefully they work out. Does anybody come out of the draft, though, looking like Nick Bosa? Most likely not. We could get free agents. We went Leonard last year. And are you happy with him? I mean, he wasn't terrible, but he didn't get started until midway through the season. What was up with that? Josh Sweat's available in free agency. Now, I consider him a game changer to a degree. He's still under 30 years old. He won't require taking out a loan to pay him, most likely, but he could land a surprising expensive deal. And the Niners aren't going to get into a bidding war to get him. We already know that. They can't afford to anyway. Khalil Mack. How long have we wanted him? Ever since the Giants refused to give us a deal. The Raiders refused to trade with us as John Lynch did not know. The Raiders don't deal with the 49ers, John. So you should have went somewhere else anyway. But Khalil's now considering retirement. He's 34 years old. But if he does decide to return, would you do it? Do it in a heartbeat. I say, listen, Khalil, I'm not going to work hard, man. I'm going to put you in on third down situations. We'll pace you as you go along, see how you're feeling. You'll play 3 downs if you're feeling all right about it. If you're looking good, yeah, it's yours. It's your job to lose, or we're going to platoon you like we're going to do on passing situations. 15. You'll get enough incentives to get over $25 million. That's my deal. Hassan Reddick, the problem child. He finally reported, though, to the New York Jets in Week 8 after his contract dispute rolled into the regular season and his pocketbook started to start bleeding. Dude just came in and went through the motions on the season. Hassan Reddick's an asshole. You know what? I'm not. I know he's not an asshole because the thing is he's just trying to get paid. I understand that. But, him and Jimmy Butler, there's better ways to do these things. Still, he enters the year as the most talented edge on the market, and you'll definitely need to take out a loan to pay him. There is no two ways about it. He's letting you know up front, I'll sit down on you in a heartbeat. I ain't going to play a snap. So, but anyway, looking down the list, Chase Young's available. Nick would like that. Chase, his neck was hurt. I don't know. The Saints didn't look very good this year, and I don't remember seeing him out on the field ever because that's how he wasn't doing that much. Dante Fowler Jr. For the Commanders, who has Dante not played for so far? Brandon Graham. Too old, Brandon. Oh, man, I loved you when you was ready. We should have gotten him a few years ago. Remember that year we were looking for an edge rusher? We said Brandon Graham was on top of everybody's list. How long ago was that? Man, that was way back when Jimmy Tom Sula was working with us. Dennis Gardeck, Arizona Cardinals. Azeez Al-Jalari, New York Giants. This dude was kind of interesting because, his resume's a little light, but he's one of those veterans that got a lot of potential. He could be an attractive option for the Niners, especially for what they want to pay. Michael Hodgett, is that the Rams? How do you pronounce that guy's name? Dayo Odeyingbo, Colts. DeMarcus Lawrence. Can you imagine DeMarcus Lawrence be available? See, a lot of these guys, you can't sign them on reputation. They have to still be able to perform. We don't have time. Kelvon Chason, Las Vegas Raiders. Derek Barnett, Houston Texans. Emmanuel Ogba. Ogba's back and available? I guess you only signed it. Well, you know what? I bet you the Dolphins re-signed him because we made that mistake. We probably should have kept him. Al-Qaid Muhammad, Lions, Joseph Osasi, Bengals, Charles Omenihu. Get Omenihu back in a heartbeat. I knew there was going to be a problem as soon as he left. It was. And he went over to Kansas City and did a job. He got hurt, though. I don't know how he's doing. He didn't do too bad this past season. We're still watching him, in fact. The Chiefs can't be that foolish. They'll re-sign him. Chauncey Golson, Cowboys. Matt Judon. God, that guy's fun to watch. He's probably lost a step by now, though. Marcus Davenport, Lions. Joe Tyrone Shoyinka, the Bucks. Victor Dimokeji, Cardinals. Anthony Nelson. There's a lot of guys out here. Edge rushers. Who will fit in? Can Kasuk mold him into a functional piece that we need to win? Baron Browning, Arizona. Carl Lawson, Cowboys are releasing every damn body. Oh, my God. Cleveland Farrell's going to be available from the Commanders. Maybe. A lot of these guys might re-sign. James Smith-Williams, Falcons. Duwan Smoot, Bills. Dietrich Wise, Patriots. Patrick Jones, Vikings. There's a lot of people out there. What do you do, fam? Because I know the 49ers. 49ers going to say, look, we got to draft somebody here. We're going to keep Leonard Floyd, and we're just going to, we're going to see what we can do with that. But, man. Tony, I agree, man. We need DTs before DEs. I know, Tony, but I tell you right now, if Gross Matos can play a whole season, I'm done. I wouldn't even think about an edge. I'd put him over there and say, it's yours, big guy. Don't disappoint me. That'd be the end of that conversation. Matty, yes.
Ronbo. What up, buddy?
Hey, 49ers, man. And you, Matty, up in Bend, Oregon. I bet the snow is falling. Trees got that layer over.
No.
It's probably a gorgeous sight, huh?
No, it's snowing in Florida, not here.
I know, isn't that amazing?
It's crazy. They've gotten more snow in the last couple months than we have.
And this is the first,
it's beautiful today.
Ever. Florida and snow? God. But man,
yeah, and then it's like 50-something here.
Hey, man, that's kind of scary, though. I wasn't paying attention to temperatures that close. That's pretty frightening.
Weird.
Oh. Matty, the offense, it appears to be, everybody reads it like a book now. The DC goes to bed at 8:30 before the 49ers game. He does not have to stay up all night to figure out what we're going to do. Kyle Shanahan needs to make some adjustments.
Nope.
Is it about execution? Because in my mind, also, it's a lot to do with execution and lack thereof. Matty, what are you thinking, though?
Yeah, I would. There's definitely some of that. I would totally agree. I mean, I think we really underestimate coaching sometimes. Like the right coach can make mediocre players into superstars, bro.
Sure.
So
yeah, they do.
Paying the right guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I was also wanted to add, since I'm an Oregon Duck fan, Josh Connerly, 76. He's going to be a first round offensive lineman. It'd be nice if we could pick him up.
Which has been an issue.
So give him
observers all over the place are saying the 49ers don't take the offensive line seriously enough.
No, they don't. They never have. Like we talk about this every year. Like you and I, like the rest of the 49er fans in here. Like we talk about this every year.
And it falls on deaf ears in Santa Clara. Because they've gotten so cocky. They think they can rely on scheme, and the defense is going to hold teams down. If that falls apart, we look like we look this year. How many games did we win, Matty? 6! 6 games! That's
ridiculous.
It!
So embarrassing.
Oh.
Well, then look how many of those were so close.
Yeah. A lot of them were complete beatdowns, though.
Yeah, oh yeah. But if we could have won some of those ones that were really, really close, man, I think we could have been at least a double-digit team, team.
2 wins were the Rams. We didn't have to lose those games. The Cardinal game, the first
one of the first Cardinal game.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
There's 10
So,
right there.
you know,
9.
yeah. And then look at the other games
Oh, the
that
Hawks.
we played that,
Last second.
we lost
That's
in the
10.
third and fourth quarter, but the first quarter and second quarter, we played really tough,
Yeah.
even with some of our, runner-up guys, the ones that it was nice to see, it was really nice to see some of the guys we wouldn't normally get to see play, actually get some real gameplay. And so I think that'll really come in handy later when other guys hopefully they're not hurt, but I don't know. Just nice to have the other guys get some reps.
Yeah, and you never know when it's good that they got them. You look at all those rookies that got reps in the secondary.
Yeah.
Oh, that was gold. That was perfect because we're losing anyway.
It was great.
Get them up to speed. They're going to be great next year.
Just stuff them in there. Yeah, it's perfect. So, I mean, it's one of those moments where you take kind of the lemon or what do they say, make the lemon into the lemonade, when things aren't going the right. I can't remember the term, but yeah. So
you just
kind of,
when you got lemons, you go ahead and make lemonade.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm super excited for the season, man. I mean, regardless of who we choose in the draft, I think we're going to be a force to be reckoned with everybody coming back healthy. Shit.
I know. How long will they stay healthy? Because we get all excited at the beginning of the season. We look like we're built for the kill. 4 or 5 weeks later, oh, man, this guy's down. Oh, man, we got 2 more guys down this week. What are we going to do?
Oh, I know. And it comes quick, too.
Doesn't it? It's all about attrition.
Yeah.
War of attrition. Who's going to end up at the season with the healthiest bodies? Because quite frankly, and Don Burr, I got to tell you, you're right. Had Detroit Lions stayed healthy, they weren't going to get beat. They weren't.
Oh, no. No, it was kind of a bummer for them, too, man. So, I'm kind of curious to see where our bye week falls, too, because that always plays into to some of our health, getting some guys a few weeks rest.
Yeah. And
always seems to
be
mid-season,
schedule, Matty, so you know
nice.
It's going to be unfair. That bye week, where Niners will take week 3 off. Oh my God!
Oh no! Oh, it suck. I hate that. I can see it though. I can see it.
Maybe not.
But
maybe not.
It's all right. Even if so, we'll get past it. We're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to keep Dre Greenlaw. We need to draft an offensive lineman in the draft, and we need to get healthy. And then we need to use some of our other draft picks, because we got a ton of draft picks, man. Maybe use some of those draft picks and trade off somebody or two, and get a nice vet, a veteran player somewhere, maybe a defensive guy, maybe another offensive guy. I don't know.
On that page,
we got so much leverage.
Maddie, I'm going to ask you on that thought.
What's that?
Are we gonna pay Dre Greenlaw? Right, that's the question everyone wants. Everybody's answer is yes. But let's say Hassan Reddick apologizes about what happened in the playoff game a couple of years ago in the FCCG.
Oh my goodness!
Says I've always wanted to be a 49er. Guys, give me this chance, and I'll make it up to you. You got a choice now to make between Reddick and re-signing Dre Greenlaw. What do you do?
Well, how old's Reddick?
Reddick's not that old. He can't be. He may be near 30 or a little over.
About to say probably around there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe early 30s.
He's in his prime.
He's got some life. He's got some gas in the tank.
What'd you do?
We can get a good deal on him.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a bad way to go.
You got to say goodbye to Dre.
Not to anybody in our division. We don't. That's where I draw the line, bro. I don't want to see him in a Rams uniform. I don't want to see him in a Seahawks uniform, and I sure as hell don't want to see him in a Cardinals uniform. So,
I don't think
or a Cowboys uniform.
I don't think Salah's going to allow it. I'm pretty sure Salah's going to keep Dre.
But
I'm wondering about how distribution of money is. Where do you put this and that? If there's this that comes up, But I just put that there as a hypothetical. We get an answer on it anyway, but still. Matty!
You have to pay him at least what you're paying Bosa.
Ooh, no! He would demand that, wouldn't he? Yeah, no, it's out.
He would, dude. And if you don't notice the fact that when he's off the field, we're just a different team, then he brings the money. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, buddy, when are you coming back?
Let's see. Let's see if we can come back. Oh, you know what? We're going to have to go ahead and wait till Friday.
Friday?
Yeah, let's do Friday.
I was looking forward to Friday.
All right. I do too, Matty, because I'm going to talk to you.
All right, buddy.
All right, bro.
Yeah, dude. Sounds good.
Friday.
All right, buddy. Good night.
Matty. Okay, I've not looked at forecast reports, but are you serious? Is it snowing in Arizona? That is not possible. The altitude is wrong. Is that right, GB? No way. Reddick is 30. Thanks, Ian. And that's why he's acting like he's acting. Steven!
Who's acting like who's acting?
Hassan Reddick. Steven, here's the thing. We don't have to get rid of Dre. I just realized, Steven, if I say to you, Steve, we're gonna make a deal, and automatically I know the answer. We're gonna make a deal between your favorite wide receiver, Debo, and Hassan Reddick.
Reddick. I would say Reddick every day. You don't even gotta ask. Ronbo, you don't even have to. Don't you, man? The reason why you laugh is because you know.
I mean, I'm with you. Debo, I love you, man, but you go ahead and keep on styling. You look good in them clothes, bruh. I'm gonna Debo, don't be mad, man. It's all business. It's not personal.
I hope he does go to our divisional rivals. I hope he does go to
No.
Shit out of him.
No, not a division though.
Please.
I want to see Debo twice a year though.
Let him get smashed by Mustafa.
Yeah, because I'm taking it to the movie theater.
All right, we got somebody else on the line. Okay, I think we got them all. Steven, I'm sorry. Steven, go ahead.
Right. You're good. I would take that.
Wait, let me say hi, Chloe.
If you would have told me that deal at the beginning of the season, I would have said okay.
Yeah.
But, it's just the way if you told me last season, I would have said, yeah, let's do it. Hassan Reddick with Javon Hargrave, if we decide to keep Javon with Nick Bosa, that's pretty nasty if you think about it. And then you got Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner up the middle. You got D. Winters coming back from an injury. Robert Beal, if he can stay healthy, would be kind of nice too. We got Renardo Green. We're gonna miss Travarius Ward. I can't hold it against him for not wanting to be here. Especially with the PTSD he's going through. I can't hate him for it.
Yeah.
But we got Diamador Lenore out there. We've got what the hell, Ray McKinstry, I think that's his name.
What position?
Yeah, Kool-Aid McKinstry. I think that's what I'm thinking about. I don't know, but then we got Mustafa. We have Hafunga to pay. Then we got Jair Brown. If Jair Brown can figure out how to steal a tackle, he'll be nasty. Him and Mustafa together will be really nasty.
That's what I was talking about earlier, not Luda Jr. Jair Brown, exactly.
Yeah, all he's got to do is dial in on how to tackle somebody again, and we'll be straight. We'll be straight. Outside of that, I just don't see, anyone else getting swapped out. Maybe Hafunga, because he'll probably want that luxury money, and he's only played one luxury season, 2 maybe 1.5.
Yeah, I worry about Talanoa. I love his plan, but can he avoid getting out for 2 and 3 weeks and more?
Nope. And here's the thing. Dre's going to have to – I hate to say this. Dre's going to have to accept the fact that he missed an entire season. Yes, he is a pivotal piece, but he's coming off of an injury that is detrimental to the sport itself. Meaning, you tear your Achilles, you don't really come back the same in football. You can in basketball because it's not as physical. You can in soccer because it's not as crazy.
Wait. You know who did tear his ACL? That dude named Saquon. I think he did both legs.
No. I'm talking about Achilles.
Oh, okay. We're talking about
ACL,
MCL. Okay. Yeah.
No. So that's we're talking like, really, he went back out there. Yeah, he rushed himself, but how do we know he's going to be 100%? How are you going to say, oh yeah, Dre is ready to go? We thought he was ready to go a couple games ago, and he almost ruptured it again. It's not something we could just be like, oh yeah, it's an ACL. All right, he'll recover. He'll be all right. It's not like he has a high ankle sprain. No, he'll be good. A broken rib, a broken finger, a broken arm. It's not like Brock. Brock's injury where it was so unique, yet it's not as bad as it would be if he tore his Achilles. Come on.
Aaron Rodgers.
I don't. I don't want to be that guy. I really don't, because I love Dre Greenlaw. But if he asks for a lucrative amount of money that won't allow us to keep the players that we need to, get access to another Super Bowl, I got to let him walk. I mean, I got to go by the old Bill Walsh rule.
Shit.
Get rid of him before they ask for too much money.
Can you imagine
And
letting a
if
guy
that's
like
what Dre
Greenlaw
has to
walk,
be,
though?
Hey, you know what?
Trade him
We
or
let
something.
go of DeForest Buckner for a bag of chips. Let's not forget.
Well, no, we got a first-round
We
pick.
had no reason to get rid of him.
Well, I agree with that, too.
That's the
But,
We had no reason. Yet we still did it anyways. But if they keep Dre Greenlaw, I guarantee you we're going to lose more key players after that. I guarantee you. Because
it's
if
going to
they
make
told us that,
Fred Warner
we're
feel
gonna
some
give you the
kind of
whole
way.
house.
That's worrisome, too.
Yeah. And they're stupid. Like, the 49ers front office is stupid like that. I'm still waiting to hear not trade negotiations, but negotiations, contract negotiations. Hey, what do you guys want to do? Rumble. And let's not forget. I know I'm going to jump back to the beginning conversation. Yeah, Hassan Reddick is great, but Browns are thinking about letting go of Myles Garrett. Because Myles Garrett's done.
Shut up! You're not. Oh, where'd you hear that?
Oh, it's all over, Ronbo.
Oh, man, I went to the
Myles
dailies.
Garrett
I didn't
wants
see anything
out.
about Miles. Oh, I got to check that out. Okay. You know what, though, Miles? Who can afford Miles Garrett?
If the
Not
Niners
us.
could acquire Myles Garrett, Ronbo, we can let Hargrave walk. We can let Hufanga walk. I would even so much as say being okay with Dre Greenlaw walking.
Steven, I think Hargrave's gone anyway, no matter what. Well,
I
we'll
don't know,
see.
but I know that we need someone up in there.
Oh,
And if Myles Garrett walks and he says, yeah, I want to be traded, and the Niners say, hey, you know what? We could sacrifice some draft picks and a player, I'd say that'd be a great deal. Because Myles Garrett has been consistent in a really bad team.
He's a freak.
You know who else has been consistent in a really bad team?
Who?
DMC. You know who else has been consistent in a really bad team? Saquon. And you know what happens when they go to a good team?
Yeah.
They get nasty. Oh, they get nasty.
Well,
They
I
get
see
the
your
help
point
they
there.
need
Yeah.
and get. Let's have a little fantasy really quick. Imagine Myles Garrett on the 49ers. You know how everyone wants to rag on Nick Bosa about how he's not doing as good as he did in his rookie year? Well, we forget he also had Defoe to help him.
Yep.
Which is the main guy.
Yeah,
and we also had DeForest Buckner there too. So he's
no, the team was, and Eric Armstead was having a great year too. But we got Steve. We got to pull
now
up. Though.
imagine Myles Garrett.
I can't,
Oh.
and it's like the dream is just glittery and gold, brightly lit. Steve, let's continue this on Friday, and who knows?
I'll see you Friday, Ronbo.
All right, looking forward to it.
If the Niners are serious, they'll do it. They'll do whatever they can. They'll do exactly what the Rams did and throw the whole book away and just get as much people as they can.
We'll see. All right, Stephen. See you Friday.
See you Friday, Ronbo. Have a good night.
Thank you. You have a good night too. Yeah, Tony. Trust me, I'm not even thinking about getting rid of Dre. I think I'm just using that as a conversation piece. If Dre leaves, I'm going to be sick. I really am. I love watching him play football. Hey, yo, Serge. Serge.
Yo, what's good, everyone?
Serge, I mean, the thing is, everything is good until the season starts. About week 3, we say, well, the 49ers have 2 critical injuries already, and they've got a lot of depth. Hopefully, that'll be able to cover them. No, it doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, you can get all the depth in the world, but if George Kittle, the quarterback goes down, if Nick goes down, we're dead meat. It's so sad. But go ahead, Serge. Everybody's figured out Kyle Shanahan's offense. And what are we going to do? Are we going for that? Looking for players. You see anything in the draft that you think is worth saying, if we get him, we're going somewhere. Okay, well, you notice I don't want to use the word Super Bowl. Free agency. Now, there's going to be the thing, because that's coming up real soon. What are you going to do? All right.
I've heard a lot of rumors about Niners trying to get all these really good players, and I don't know which one we'll be able to pull through, because now I'm hearing that we're gonna get Metcalf and Crosby.
What?
And I'm just hearing we're gonna get Joe Flacco. I'm like, where's this all coming from? But it'll be nice if we got like a Metcalf in there or Crosby, gonna help out the team a lot. But I don't know, man. Those are some big names for us to be like, let's go get these, and then
So do you really want Metcalf though?
Well, he's tall, he's strong, like
he's a diva.
A good receiver,
Yeah.
Besides you being hurt, like who else do we have as a good receiver? We have Kittle. Kittle's, he's always being good, but other than that, what do we have?
No, the best receiver, he's still going to be on the team next year, which is Juwan Jennings.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, because
I want to see what Ricky looks like. I really. Yeah, I mean, the man Metcalf is really annoying. I can see where he could just bring the team down.
It's my opinion, Ronbo, but I believe Jennings plays harder than Ayuk. Ayuk, he's good at times, but
no argument.
But when you see Jennings out on the field, you see
he is working hard.
You see roughness. Like he is tough, man. He's tough to tackle. He is tough to be one-on-one.
Oh.
Man, he's a really good receiver, man.
And he pisses the opposition off. That means he's out there he's doing good things. Because he's getting guys thrown out of games. Yeah. He pisses them off so bad. I want to see him get more smarter with that. I don't need to see him exiting games too early. But if he's doing whatever he's doing, it's annoying. The guy's trying to defend him. Good. Yes.
And another thing too, man. Tyreek wants out of Miami. So what would you want to do with that? Would you want to get Tyreek because we need speed, and he's the fastest player right now. And would you trade Debo for him?
Oh, but see, if you're going to that's unfair. If you're going to tell me what I'm going to do, I'll pretty much give a lot of things away for Debo. Yes. I mean, in a heartbeat.
You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be a lot of players to be grabbing and trying to pull because, man, Tyreek's already speaking up that he don't want to be there. Metcalf is in his last, contract with Seattle, so he's probably going to want to be traded.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, man. Just,
Metcalf's definitely. I didn't know his
a lot of
ends
stuff
now.
is going to be.
Like
a lot of stuff is going to be happening this coming draft. I'm just glad that I don't got a Jerry Jones running my team, man. That's all I'm happy about because, man, it is so funny to see what's going on with the Cowboys, and it's going to be like that for the next 4 to 5 years, man, with this coach that they just picked up out of Family Dollar because, man.
Sergio, you're hurting Texas boys' feelings. You know he's in here, right?
Man, they don't have feelings, man, because Jerry Jones took all their feelings away, man. They think that they got the best team, but Jerry Jones ain't gonna freaking share his toys, man. He's taking his toys away from everybody, including his fans. He don't care about his players. He don't care about his fans. So I don't know why they even keep supporting that crappy team because that owner is just he's just messing team. Everything up.
You can't abandon America's team.
It's America's laughing team because we're laughing all the way to the freaking playoffs because they're gonna make it to the playoffs. They got a coach that's never been a head coach, that's never even called the play, and he's over here proud about being the head coach, bro.
Well, you know what? What he can do is do as he's told, and that's why Jerry picked him up. There's no way in hell that Jerry picked him up for any other reason. He's exactly what you just said. He's not qualified to be a head coach. What did you do, Jerry? You need to stop. Give this team to your son. Sit down, relax.
Oh, man.
That's a joke.
I'm going to be laughing all season because of that, Ronbo. Man, I don't know, man. I'm so sick to my stomach for this upcoming Super Bowl. It's a joke to me, man. It is a joke. I'm only excited to watch the commercial, man. That's all I'm excited for because this Super Bowl is a
No.
joke. And unless the Eagles come and take them out, then okay, it was worth watching.
Right?
But other than that, man, if Kansas City wins this shit, I'm so freaking. I'm so done, man. I'm so done.
It will be. It'll be a really dark day. I think the Eagles can do it, but they can't turn the ball over. I didn't know Hurts looked a lot better. I finally saw the game. Hurts looked a lot better than I anticipated. I thought his leg was hurting, but he was running the ball. He's got to run the ball. And AJ Brown got involved. The Chiefs have a great secondary, though. I don't know if AJ's going to be all that much involved. We'll see.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's next. They're gonna have Taylor Swift singing the Monday Night Football theme song.
Oh.
Like, come on, man. This is just horrible. They're taking away our sport, Ronbo.
Actually,
taking away
somebody
our
said
sport,
something
man.
those search. I didn't see Taylor one time in that game. Did you? I watched a 40-minute reel. I didn't see
every
Taylor.
time they scored a touchdown, they pan
Camera went
over
right
to
up
her.
into the booth.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter if it's half a second to a minute. They're always panning over to her, celebrating. She doesn't know nothing about football, man.
Listen, Serge, you've got to be grateful to her for one reason. The revenue that she brought into the NFL last year with bringing in her crowd, that's why we got to expand the salary cap as wide as they did, is because it was partly about Taylor. Damn it, I hate that, but it is true.
Everything is just a freaking stunt, man, when it comes to celebrities, man. They're not athletes anymore. They're celebrities now, man. It's just horrible.
Well,
horrible, man.
It's sports.
The 90s and 80s and 90s were the best years, and the 2000s ruined everything for life in general,
blame
man.
social media and sports entertainment promotional efforts. I mean, it's
everything.
all
These celebrities.
We
Man,
gotta go.
you might as well. You might as well have the. We should go and get the Huck Tua girl and be in our side of the, so we can have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, God, man.
Serge, you'll be okay. I'll see you. I'll see you Friday. Okay.
I'll be okay when the Chiefs lose in the Super Bowl.
Oh, I see you. Yeah, that's gonna help everybody.
I'd rather have a bowl of cereal than watch the Super Bowl. God damn.
You hate cereal that bad.
All right, guys.
Stay away from Frosted Flakes. It's way too much sugar. All right, Serge. See you Friday.
All right, guys. Have a good night, man.
Tommy Hucks, I see you. Blues boy. Texas girl and Wonder Bread Sorensen are dating. Wow. Now, there's a headline. Oh, Texas boy. I don't know, man. Hey, there he is, my brother from another mother. He is from the blue waters of Hawaii. Hey, Tony, wait. This is Texas. This is Hawaii. Hang loose, baby. Tony, get in there, man.
Aloha, Ronbo. How are you,
Aloha.
man? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Tony. Well, Tony, I've got a number of things on the plate. I'm sure you've got plenty to add. Tony, jump on anywhere you want to go. We'd love to hear from you. What are you thinking here?
You were talking today about the defensive linemen, because now that we have the coaches secured, it's time to start looking at free agency in addition to drafting prospects and everything. We've talked draft a little bit already. It is a good draft for defensive linemen, and I think they should invest there. But I was just perusing the list of who is open in free agency or expected to be available in free agency, and there are a few names actually that I kind of like this to kind of like. I think first of all we have to think about Brock Purdy's contract and the implications of that. Brock Purdy is likely to sign an extension, which will be good for this next coming season. So I think he'll still be a cheap player this season. And then, of course, in the subsequent seasons, his cap number is going to explode. So this next season, we actually have a chance to pick up a bunch of mercenaries and sign a bunch of one-year contract defensive players. And considering Saleh is also a guy who is going to most likely garner some head coaching attention going into next season, I think that the mindset might be go all in on this year and let the chips fall where they do. So just the biggest problem that the 49ers had they had a lot of problems. Injuries was the biggest problem, okay? But that defense was porous, and they could not stop the run, and they could not generate pass rush when they needed to. And so it was very frustrating. So basically, I think they need to fix the run game first. And so I'm looking and I see some interesting players here. So Puna Ford is going to be a free agent. Tier Tart, also going to be a free agent. That guy actually might be worth a longer contract. Derek Barnett, who's a defensive end who plays for D'Amico right now in Houston, is going to be a free agent. And also former Seahawk Jaron Reed is also going to be a free agent. A couple other guys too. Bobby Brown III, who is an excellent interior run defender who plays for the Rams currently. And also the Rams auxiliary defensive end, Hokt, I think is how you say his name. But all those players are players who are stout against the run. Now, that I think has to be first and foremost. And you look to the draft to pick up the edge rushers, to pick up the pass rushers. But with these free agents, I think you have to go all in on stopping that run. And the other thing too, whatever you can do to take away from teams in your conference and division, I should say. So, between Jaron Reed and also Bobby Brown III and Hooked, if you can take them away from the Rams and the Seahawks, that's going to be good. That's going to be really, really good and help us get that next leg up there. And these guys, that'd be good.
I like that idea. And like you said, that's strategic movements in the offseason. You try to weaken your opponent, especially in your division, because you got to play them twice. It'll help you excel. It could be as much as 2 to 3 games difference. I agree with that, Tony.
Yep.
Excellent point.
Well, also especially too, we're going to have the cupcake schedule next year. So the focus always is every single year to win your division first, because that's the guaranteed way to punch your ticket to the postseason for sure. But if we can do what we can, honestly, emulate the Rams a little bit in what they did rebuilding their defensive line quickly. Then it was insane how quickly 2 seasons. And then those rookies came together towards the end of the season the way that rookies do. And it really was, a credit to that management staff. But all that being said, another season on, Stafford's going to be another year older. And again, we're not going to be, I doubt we're going to be as hurt going into next season as we were this season. So, And then, and of course, you said it earlier, bring back Dre Greenlaw. Because I was looking at this too. PFF has him the 11th best linebacker on the free agent market. Whoa. So I think teams are weary of his injury history, because it wasn't just the Achilles. He's gotten dinged up in the past. So I think there is a good chance that we could, sign him to at least 1 year, if not more. And yes, of course, having Salah back is going to make it easier. So, but fix that defense.
My only fear on that is if he gets an offer from another, and all these football players are thinking security. We give him a 1-year deal, and it's a prove-it deal almost, might as well say. But then the Rams do exactly what we're thinking, or the Cardinals, or the Hawks, and they give him a 3-year deal. And he says, oh, my God, how do I pass that up?
You talk about Salah?
Because I know he wants to play for Salah. I know he loves Fred.
Oh, Dre. So here's the thing about Greenlaw, right? He wants to go to Texas, ultimately. That's closer to home for him. Right. Ooh. So the landing spots for him are going to be Dallas and Houston. I think those are the 2 most likely landing spots outside of staying with the 49ers. And then absent that, I think he'd want to go play for a similar system that he's been playing in San Francisco. So, I'm not, at the same time too, you could see the Eagles, being seeing his value with Zach Bond not coming back or being a free agent at the end of the season too. So, but no. Here's the thing. Greenlaw is going to probably, if he leaves, it'll be for a Texas team.
From what I can deduct the same thing from what you just said. Absolutely. I didn't even know Dre was a Texan. All right.
I don't think he's a Texan. He went to Arkansas. But
where is he from? Close. Arkansas or Texas? Yeah. It doesn't matter. Arkansas and Texas are their neighbors. Mm-hmm.
No, and I read that too. He was. I think it might be his girlfriend or his wife saying had an affinity for Texas as well. And again, it's a no income tax state, so he gets to keep a bigger piece of his pie. So all those things. But that being said, best course of action for him though, if we think about it, come back, play for Salah, play next to Fred Warner, play behind Nick Bosa, and play for the full season, and then next year try to go get paid.
It's asking a lot, Tony. I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that. I got a feeling the scenario you're playing out right now, that is exactly what's going to be the reality. God. Tony, good stuff. We're going to go. and glad to get you in here today. We'll be back Friday if you got time.
Do my best, Ronbo. Always great to talk to you. Aloha.
Aloha, Tony. Yeah, I bet he's spot on about Dre in Texas. And then you got your lady talking about how she loved to be back in Texas and taxes and things like that. These are going to weigh heavily. I don't know what the 49ers are going to say and do. Oh, man. Hey, Bill loves Texas, too. He's in Texas now. Bill!
He's from Conway, Arkansas.
But how close? I mean, they got a place called Texarkana. I mean, how close is Texas and Arkansas?
Some places are 5.5 hours away. Some places are 10 hours away.
Well, it's a big state, you know.
Yeah, from Texas, depending on where you go.
They got great states.
Getting rid of Greenlaw would be stupid.
No.
You guys have been talking all this, but there's one name you guys haven't talked about. I know you may not be able to. We might not be able to afford it. It's up to Bosa. Now, does this team really want a Super Bowl? Do they want money? Is the question. I can understand the whole concept with the referees, but you know, you look back at the dynamic duo of the Bosas, and people forgot about that. I don't even think Kyle even knows about that. I mean, Salah should be looking it up. You can only hold one Bosa. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
They had Joey in the front and Nick in the back, and they had to hold Joey because Joey was such a wreck, and Nick was able to slide in and get his hits. If we were to pick up Joey with Nick, I don't think we would have a problem with a couple cornerbacks in the back. I mean, I don't care. Refs can spin it how they want. I mean, we got to prepare for two things here. We got to prepare for a team to be good, and we got to prepare to beat the refs. I mean, you want to go past overlooking the refs, you're not going to win. It's going to be that every single time. So, and we got to get somebody. We got to always prepare for a 1st and 15 and a 1st and 30. It's just how the reality works. And you can't keep that game close with Kansas City. I mean, the only way Philly's got a chance to even win that game is if they blow them out. Just straight out beat them down, blow them out, and just say, hey,
you cannot go into the fourth quarter a few points separating you. That's true.
Because if you leave it for the refs to dictate it, it's always going to go in the Chiefs' favor. They want to see history. And I'll tell you what would be better history is Philly winning it. And, you know, I can overlook all that. But then just think about this. If the teams could really take pay cuts and Purdy and all of them really look for the Super Bowl, if we had Joey, Nick Bosa, Hassan Reddick, and Clowney and move them around, think about the danger.
Now, Bill, wait now. The money involved here you're talking about, you have to...
I get it, but if they want a Super Bowl, they have to work together. There's no I in a team.
And there's not enough dollars on that payroll.
Paycheck, or do you want a ring? Here's your chance for these players to get a chance to get a ring if they all combine together and work. And I'm telling you, he could get it done. We don't have to get rid of Samuel. Samuel can take a pay cut. The guys need to just think, okay, this is 1 year we're going to take a pay cut, and then, you know, if it don't work out, we're coming for our money next season. You know, hey, and if it does, then they can go back and, you know, do something good. I'm telling you, it all depends on who's talking. You know, he can sit out some errand boys to talk to them. He can't do it, but he can do some people. I mean, I'm really, you know, I'm not for that, but with Kansas City cheating and all, we got to do something, Ronbo.
No, I'm sure.
Maybe they should be hiring some fans to talk to some of these players with some sense. I mean, we got to do something.
Well, you can always talk to them online. Bill, these are some of the things that you're fading too far away from reality. Those players aren't interested in losing any money. Football's, you could be, look at Ayuk. Ayuk's got to be thanking his lucky stars that he signed that contract before the season started. What if he would have went out there and played anyway? And what happened to him
And
he'd be SOL.
Hence why Kansas City will be holding the Lombardi Trophy if they win it this time. they will be holding it for the next 2 more seasons. They will fight.
Oh, I don't know
Five
about that.
Pete
I
Ronbo.
don't know.
Hence why they will five Pete.
Ooh.
They will five Pete and have 5 straight Super Bowls. If the guys, they cannot talk the greed out. Hence why they will five Pete. And the Niners will not be. We will be just a distant thing of the past. And our trophies will be last one in '94. And we got to look at that and just say, okay, it's over. Okay, we can't stop, and somebody can't do some talking and wake up. We're going to be looking into the stars, wishing somebody did some talking, because this is about as good as you're going to get it. You miss it. You missed on Rice. You're missing on Gore. You're missing. And now you got guys that want money, and they want money. If that's all they want, you're not going to get a championship. Good teams win by taking pay cuts. Take a look at New England. Take a look at Kansas City. Take a pay cut, win Super Bowls. Get paid, get no Super Bowls. Pick your poison.
Bill, let me ask you, though. Would you take a pay cut?
If I had a chance to get a Super Bowl ring, yes, I would.
Yeah.
And I'd be talking to the guys in the locker room, hey, we all need to help this team and get some people to help lift the weight and beat these clowns, the Kansas City Chiefs, and let's dethrone them and put a stop to this.
Listen.
Or we're going to be looking at Patrick Mahomes holding the trophy up for the next 2 more seasons after this.
You know what? I have a feeling that Saquon is the difference here. I really do think the Eagles are going to win this. It's going to be close.
You better hope the refs don't try to dictate it, because if they have their way, it'll be Mahomes this season, next season, and the season after. We got to play against the refs.
Bill,
in order to do that, we got to get
Patrick
guys.
has made you crazy. That's not going to happen. The NFL is what he's doing now is a small miracle. They're not going to continue this miracle. In fact, the
you
AFC.
didn't take that this year.
The AFC is going to finally stop Patrick. You don't have to worry about the Super Bowl. He's not going to get out of the AFC next year. I do not believe it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But then what if we don't get the players? We don't make it to the Super Bowl, and the Mahomes gets another chance at a Super Bowl ring. The only reason they're going to fall off into the sunset is if Reed retires or he gets major health problems where he has to quit.
Well, he may get tired of playing. I mean, after a while, it probably gets boring even winning the Super Bowl 3 in a row. I mean, what else do you play for?
Not
keep
really.
fired up.
History.
Bill,
why would they want to quit?
You can't keep your mind can't keep on that track. After they get 3, look for the Kansas City Chiefs to kick back and be laid so back next year. It's going to be ridiculous. But let's see what happens. But Bill, we got to go.
Ronbo,
I'll see you Friday.
Give me a 49er shout out.
Yes, indeed.
Thank God Moody's gone. Give me a 49er shout out.
Moody's gone? Okay, anyway. Niners! Bill, I'll see you
Nobody's
Friday.
talking about Jake Moody being released.
I thought I heard you say, thank God Moody's gone.
Jake
Okay,
Moody's
anyway,
been released.
you know what? Let's wait a minute on that. Moody's probably going to be given every opportunity. He was a 3rd-round pick, Bill. The last thing the 49ers want to do is lose face and say we made a mistake and Jake Moody's got to go. That would be just unreal.
Well, I'm hearing from a lot of sources. He's gone, dude.
All right. We'll see you Friday. I'll check into that. We're going to bring it up
Right.
Friday, too. All right. All right, Bill.
Later.
Yo, Ellis. Cup got paid and said bleep playing just as hard like the Niners players. They stopped throwing the ball to Cooper Kupp. I mean, Puka just took all the shots. I wonder how he feels about that. That's why Kupp might leave. So, Jim Everett, while you're talking trash, not only may you lose Stafford, you may lose Kupp. Let me tell you something right now, Jim Everett. If Kupp and Stafford leave, you know who else is leaving, don't you? McVay will be out of there so fast they'll have to fix that door that he went out of leaving that place. Hey, yo, Ellis.
Of course we do.
Ellis.
What's Ernest?
Man, we're just sitting there looking up and down things, examining the situation, like NCIS coming on a crime scene. And, one of the things that we all were going to bring Kyle up on charges on last year was the fact that offense, everybody knows it better than he does now. And before he even makes a play call, it's already done. I mean, DC's already known exactly what to do. And Debo pointed out better than anybody else that week. He said, well, week 6, 7. Yeah, as soon as I line up in the backfield, everybody knows what's about to happen. Well, Debo, if you know that, why don't you and Kyle have a talk? And also, is there, I mean, we talk about who's going to be first round pick, but then the news comes out this draft is stacked with defensive line killers, and a lot of them are the interior linemen. I'm telling you right now, outside edge, I mean, same. Ellis, where you at on all this, man?
Yeah, it's hard to really say. I think there's a lot of depth in the second, third, and fourth rounds. The defensive tackle position is super
juiced.
It's super thick right now. So we don't have to go first round. I don't want to tackle in the first round, to be honest. I'd rather get an offensive tackle in the first round more than a defensive tackle in the first round, or a defensive end maybe in the first round. But for me, I want us to go back.
Detroit versus
5, 6, 5.
everybody.
Get your whole ass up and get off my show. I want us to be able to go back a few and get an extra second or third round pick because it's so thick and saturated. That way we can, be able to get fat in those second and third rounds. And, we have those, what is it? Those picks that we have, those extra picks that we get. I forgot what they call them. I don't know. Compensatories. Yeah, we got a lot of compensatory picks and shit like that. So I want us to be able to, combine and get fat with some of those, man, because we kind of,
because we don't need 12
Kyle's going to get a running back
or whatever it is. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. We don't need to be in the top. It would be nice just to say we were in the top, but I feel like, when's the last time we hit in the first round?
It's scary.
Was it Nick Bosa? Was it Nick Bosa?
Brandon Ayuk, to a degree, he was picked up in the 32, but that was almost second round.
Late.
Nick is
essentially second round.
Yeah. Because we're still mad about
Jadeveon
Clowney.
And they're even talking about Saleh bringing him back, him and or Solomon Thomas. Now, if we can get them both back on some cheapy deals, I'll take them back as depth pieces. I don't give a shit. Solomon Thomas is a better player now than he was back when he was with us, and Javon Kinlaw is a better player
and he's not
now
bad
than he was with us. Depth.
That's true.
As depth pieces, and playing under Saleh, he brings the best out of guys. So I would have to say we should do that, and not solely depend on what we do in the draft, because none of those guys are guaranteed to come out playing right away. But a lot of teams have gotten, have gotten some really, have gotten really strong on the defensive line. Philly did.
Oh, right.
They got that big boy Jordan Davis, and they got Jalen Carter. They're a bunch of Georgia, and there's a bunch of Bulldogs. They got a bunch of Georgia Bulldogs on their team. In the secondary and the defensive line, the linebacker position. I think it's the linebackers and the defensive line where they went fat with Georgia Bulldog players for those real good for that championship Bulldogs team, and that they had over there. Man, it was real fat. So we got a lot of guys that we can get. Like I said, in the second, third, fourth, and on rounds. I don't want us to trade out of the first. Now, I'm not saying that.
No.
I just don't want it to be like, it feels like more of a crapshoot if we are in the top 15 and we just solely focus on one specific player and position, and it be like, I just feel like the odds work into our favor more if for some reason, hypothetically, we don't hit on that first pick and at 11, and we don't trade back and get any extra picks. Then it's like, damn, that's all we got, and then we don't have anything to kind of fall back on. Whereas if we trade back, we get a couple of extra picks, second, third, or fourth round or whatever, get 2 or 3 extra picks depending on how far back we trade back. Then we can say, okay, well, look, we didn't hit in the first round with this guy, but in the second, third, and fourth rounds, and whatever, we were able to make up for that with these guys.
Oh yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of defensive linemen that we can get. So yeah, the defensive line and offensive line need to be stacked. Kyle's going to get a running back. We are going to get a linebacker.
Ellis, wait, are you serious? You really believe Kyle's going to go after running back? If Bobby and Kyle have learned anything, go get you a running back that doesn't cost any pick or a lot of money. Because Christian McCaffrey's going to do all the running anyway. And then you bring in a guy like Jordan Mason that just got cheated. God, he's good.
Unless they plan on retaining Jordan Mason. If they plan on retaining him somehow, some way, even if it's just for this season, then maybe we don't get a running back. We don't draft. We get somebody undrafted, or we get somebody that's laying around, kind of towards the end of the draft, like we did with Elijah Mitchell. We drafted Elijah Mitchell in the sixth round.
See,
and he came out and it was breaking records and shit his first year, right from the giddy up. Yeah, that was it. So, but he's going to get a running back because there's a lot of defensive linemen, offensive linemen, and running back depth. So Kyle's going to get a running back. I don't want him to get one in the second or third round, but it's likely he's going to do that because that's where a lot of the good ones are going to be going. Yeah. Gianti and Scatterboo will probably go sometime in the first round or early second. So that's when the backs will start going. So I think if he's available, not in the first round, but if he's available in the second round, that's why I say if we trade back and we get a second round, an extra second and fourth, just to move back a few spots in the first round, then that's where we can kind of say, hey, we made up for that here. Just hypothetically, if we blow the first round, that's not what I want. But I'm just like a little uneasy with what's been going on the past few years, man. And, we gave up several years of first round picks, with the trade situation. So I really want us to hit, but if I can get some more for moving back for a little less, meaning moving back just a few spots, I'm gonna do that. Stay in the first round, stay in the top 20. But if we can go back and get an extra 2-3 picks, then we can turn around and mortgage those and use those to come back up and go get our guy, play a little chess. I'm with that. I'm with that movement.
Yeah, and to your point, the 49ers do their best work seemingly after the third round. Third and afterward is the 49ers pick out the gems. I don't know what that's about, but it has been the case with Lynch and Shanahan anyway. So, well, we got to pull it.
Yeah.
I'll see you Friday.
They got to solid some pieces. So thank God.
Solid some what? Oh,
yeah,
pieces,
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I said, no, thank God we got solid. Yeah, Kyle's got to get solid some pieces. You know what I mean? So he can rev up that defense. So we in the game. You can rest assured we're gonna get somebody that's worth it. You know what I mean? At least I think we hit at least half of the draft picks. If we can hit on half of the 10, or 8 to 11 picks that we'll end up having at the end of this, I'll be fine with that.
Mm-hmm. And you and me both.
I'll be fine.
And the team will too.
Yes, sir.
All right, fam. Appreciate you, Ellis, as always. See you Friday, fam.
Sir. Thank you, fam. Appreciate you. Thank you for the platform. Shout out production. Shout out all the faithful out there. Shout out Tony, the Dragon family. Shout out Show and Frank and Donna, Tanisha, and shout out Brian and the whole family, man. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to chat, man. Y'all keep it lit. And I love all y'all, man.
Hey, let's get to it. And we love us some Ellis, too. All right, Ellis. Give a shout out to that squad, too. I will see you Friday.
Thanks, family. Thank you.
All right, fam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace.
And it's time for that AAA, man. The guy who saves you on the road. He is Aaron.
What's popping, Ronbo?
I'm telling you right now, I just hope this time next year we're saying things like, man, you know what? The 49ers finally got it right. They finally put all the pieces that were supposed to be in the right spots. They got the players they needed. They didn't overspend. Brock's contract is going to kick into place this year. We can hold that Lombardi up. We are part of the NFL elite of all time. We got 6. We've been trying to get this for how long? Damn. Because Mahomes is working. Hey, Aaron, do the Chiefs have 3 already, or are they going for the 4th one?
I mean, Ronbo.
It's getting hard to count them. Steven scared me the other day. I forgot to look into that. Steven said this is 5. I don't think it's 5. I think it's 4. 1, 2. Yeah, they beat us twice and the Eagles. That's 3. And this would be 4.
I think right now they have 3.
Yeah.
Right now, so
us twice, the Eagles once.
It turns into 5 round, but they'll be tied with us. They go 5-5. They win this one.
Whoa! Name them. They beat us the first one. They beat the Eagles the second one. They beat us again, and they're playing the Eagles now. That doesn't add up to 5.
Yeah, and then you gotta remember
the one they won way back 50 years ago.
2 back in the day. Yeah, so this will be 5.
Oh God! Eagles, damn you! You better win it.
Yeah. This will be 5 for them. They win.
I'm sick. I forgot about that one. They were the first Super Bowl winner of all time.
You be all right.
I know, right? I got something better than tea. Thanks, Emilio, for that bad news. AAA, I forgot about that one they won 100 years ago. They're in position to win 5 and catch up with us right quick. Do you realize what that means? They'll be so pumped up for next year to win 6 so they can join the NFL elite, the Steelers, the Patriots, and the quickly to the top of the heap. They'll be inspired for the next 2 years because if they win this year, they'll have caught up. They'll want to get to 6 as soon as possible while Patrick is still in his high prime, and then they will join the Steelers, the Patriots, and then they'll start thinking about, we got to be the greatest of all time. Let's get 7. Lamar, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, man, would you guys please stop this? Please stop it. Okay. Let us calm down. All right, AAA, I'm sorry. Don't start the clock on me. Go ahead. I'm going to stop. I'm done. I lost my mind there for a minute. Okay, I'm back. I'm all right. Whew.
I mean,
damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely be sick if they catch us to us and win their 6th next season. My God!
And passed us on the help we gave them. Because if they pass us, if we could have pulled out at least 1 out of 2, they wouldn't be passing us next year.
Yeah.
Shit.
But anyway, but we gotta, focus on this all season, since Robert Saleh is back. And I think Tony mentioned the defensive end from Houston, Derek Barnett.
Yeah.
I kind of like him. He's more of that run stopping defender. So
and we need that bad.
Yeah.
Why would Houston not sign him though? Has Houston pretty much got to the top of their cap? No, they still got a bargain quarterback. Why wouldn't the Chiefs sign him?
He's still on his rookie contract.
Oh, he would be worth. Hey, he's on his rookie contract. Is that an expiring contract? Is he looking to get paid next year?
No, it won't be next year, but the year after.
So we got to make a trade.
I think
we'd have to make a trade to get him. I can't imagine Houston giving him up if he's good, and a rookie contract too. That's not going to happen.
No. I think. Wait. You talking about the defensive end from Houston, or?
Yeah. No, the guy you just mentioned from Texas. Yeah, Houston.
Oh, no. He's a free agent.
Okay.
So.
Well, we're gonna.
So, no, I thought you were talking about C.J. Stroud.
No.
There's
I'm not.
way we can.
CJ, no. I was saying they still got CJ. You still got. He's an economical quarterback. You could still build around him, a lot like the 49ers have been trying to do around Brock Purdy. But we missed last year. They we were right there and found a way to give the Chiefs another damn win.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think, like the other caller said, like there's a lot of D-line in this draft class that I really like.
Oh yeah, who do you like?
I mean, me, honestly, I like the defensive tackle from Ole Miss, Walter Nolan. He kind of reminds me a little bit of. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Jalen Carter for the Eagles.
That's a big dude too. For a defensive lineman, that is I've always wanted to see a big guy like that with speed that's just unblockable. And in the interior, oh God.
But yeah, so and I mean, and I know they have a lot of good old line in the later round. So I personally, I don't think the 49ers probably won't go old line in the first round. So
I know I'd bet money on the 49ers getting a defensive end or tackle. The 49ers are probably more tired of watching people run on us than they are people not blocking people. Man, we're going to see, though. Double A, let me see you Friday, and let's see what develops, because there's going to be developments on a daily basis now. They're going to get news. Have you heard about Jake Moody being on the edge?
Well, I heard there's some rumors that he may be cussed, but I don't know. But we'll see.
Why am I laughing? That's not funny. He messed up, and now what are we going to do? All right, fam. I'll see you Friday.
All right, Ronbo. Have a good night.
Thanks, Triple A. Jake. You had one job, right? When do you go home and you sit down in your room or your house, wherever, you go to the bathroom, you look in the mirror? I had one job. That's all I had to do was polish my craft. And now they're asking me to leave. First round, second round, third round. I was early in the draft. Nobody ever drafts a kicker in the third round, but they picked me, and I failed. Talk to yourself, Jake. Hey, Tony, come on in.
Hey, Ronbo.
Oh, Tony, we're right up your. I mean, when I was putting this together, I thought about you. I said, Tony's gonna love this. The question tonight is, Kyle Shanahan's. His routine, his offense has become pretty routine in the minds of most DCs around the NFL. And they shut the door on a lot of plays we did last year. Anticipation was so ridiculous at times, it seems as if the defenders were sitting in position before the ball was even hiked. So, I mean, what's he going to do about that before we get rid of him? And, Tony, I know when the petition is passed around to get rid of Kyle Shanahan, you and Jalen are going to be number 1 and 2 to sign it.
Well, there's only one thing left to do, Rombo.
Yeah.
All right. And first of all, forget about the draft, all right, because let me just pull up here, brother.
Right.
So I can stop that bloody squeaky cab. Yeah, forget about the draft, except for the first and second round pick. The rest of them, you don't know when they're going to make the field. They'll be sitting on the sidelines for 2 years.
Yeah, good point.
The only thing left to do with Shanahan to kill all the excuses off for him is to give him a formidable offensive line that can protect the quarterback like Kansas City Chiefs do. Oh. And then there's no more excuses.
Yeah, and even Patrick got in trouble this year. They had him laying in the dirt a lot, too. That collision that he got, those two guys ran into each other. If they would have hit Patrick on that hit, I don't know if he'd be in the Super Bowl. That was, oh my God, that was going to be devastating. But yeah, I agree.
My
Gotta get that
advice
offensive
to
line
you,
fixed.
yeah, my advice to you, Ronbo, is you're going for the wrong team in the Super Bowl.
Like,
because
I should be rooting for the Chiefs, or because I give them bad luck.
Well, I hate them both equally, and just like
yeah.
Amelia, I'm not even going to watch the Super Bowl. I'm just going to look at the result.
Oh.
But there's already a $50,000 bet on the Eagles. So read between the lines. It was placed in some casino over there.
But somebody does that every year.
And there's a few weeks to go. So what's the betting thing, mate? Don't worry about the game. You want the Kansas City Chiefs to win, right? And the reason behind that is the NFL itself is going to go crazy. They're going to get their three-peat, and then they can sort of like tone it down a little bit next year and call it a Super Bowl slump, all right? And then that's when we get a chance to go and attack for it. Otherwise, if the Eagles win, you're going to be playing the Kansas City Chiefs
again
at Levi's again. Make sense?
We can't friggin' win. I do agree. I do agree with all you said too. I mean, I'm trying not to think that the game has lost all its purity, but I'm sure it is to some degree.
And Debo. Let's look at Debo's situation. Is Debo playing for a contract next year?
I'm not. I think so. Should be by now.
Okay. Well, if Debo's playing for a contract next year, he'll pull a season out of his ass, and that's when you trade him after next year.
Yeah.
Because
he's getting older now, and he's playing.
That's when you're going to get something for him.
Yeah. Because he's playing out of.
And he won't cost.
Yeah.
Any money.
He won't have that cap hit right now. Exactly.
Yeah. Drake Greenlaw and Fred Warner guaranteed to be signed. The other thing you've got to look at is who's going to be part of the Carbo clique. They're all going to make it.
So we got first get a roll call for the Cabo clique because Debo, as you just mentioned, is definitely in there. George Kittle.
Yeah, he's a captain, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the one who books the rooms. Here's the thing: Juice used to be a part of that group. I can't imagine what's going to happen to him. You got any idea what's going to happen to Juice this year?
Yeah, he'll be back.
You think so?
Yeah,
they cut his money last year. They owe him that. He was the only guy that had to accept the cut.
Ronbo, he loves football. He doesn't give a shit about the money.
That's what I like about him.
And he's got a degree that's going to back him up
for the rest of his life. Football. Yeah, you go to Harvard. They're standing outside at graduation offering you 6 figures to come in at the ground level. So, yeah this is going to be interesting.
You know what I mean? So, he'll be back. Other than that, first round pick, it's got to be right tackle. It has to be.
Right.
Offensive line.
He's got to be good, though. He's got to be good enough to go to the left tackle as soon as Trent hangs him up. But that never seems
I don't know. I think if you scout the free agents and things like that, we'll be able to cover all that crap. But next year, they've got to go all in. All in. Money spent, they have to go all in. And whoever doesn't want to take a pay cut, see you later. There's the buses outside on the train, bus, whatever you're going to take, Uber. Bye-bye.
So, Tony, what you're talking about is gonna take form in the next 2 weeks. It's almost free agency time. They're going to go to the combine. There's going to be a lot of conversations there, and then of course, the free agency. We're going to be really entertained by for free agency because some of the things we're going to get are going to be bad news. But you're right. The people who are going to say no to things are going to get the hell out. Wow. That's going to
I love me some Christian Christian McCaffrey, Ronbo, but common sense tells me when you've had a double Achilles problem.
Oh, that's frightening, isn't it?
That's ready to blow when any given time. So you better have a backup for him. And that clown, Kyle Shanahan, if he keeps running him into the ground, that's what's going to happen. If he can't learn to use a couple of running backs, I mean, you had a chance to get Saquon Barkley. If he had Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry on this team, it'd be game over.
Oh, I don't need a quarterback. God. There's not enough ball for both of those guys, though.
There's plenty of ball.
If you could get them to cooperate with each other, a lot like the Detroit Lions duo.
But all throughout all these Super Bowls, it's been the same story. Our defense has carried us all the way to the Super Bowls, and then they are thrashed when they get there. So that's why I'm saying it's a big, long, hard season for them if we're just going to rely on them. We need an offensive line. All right? And Kyle's got no excuses then. He can't say, I can't play these plays. I've got plays, different types of plays, but I can't use them because we don't have an offensive line. And Cocaine Chris is still got a $2,000 a week habit. You know?
Tony, we gotta stop. Let me see if Friday, and at least bring enough snow for Chris to enjoy the show. All right.
Yeah, Ronbo, have you been to a doctor?
No, I'm thinking about it though. It's starting to decline finally, but I'm thinking about it.
Ronbo,
I'm gonna let this go a few more days, and that's it. I'm on my way. I've
mate, you got a chest infection. I can hear it from here.
Yeah, and because it's not affecting any other part of my body. My nose doesn't run. The throat's not sore. It's just that. That's it. God.
I've had what you've had before. You got a chest infection, brother. Go get some penicillin and clear it up. Otherwise, you're going to be suffering with that for weeks.
Oh, man. Okay. You scared me into it. I got to go check it out. All right, Tony.
Check
Thanks,
it out.
appreciate
All I have
that.
to do is listen to your lungs, mate, and I'll guarantee you next show you're going to say, yep, you were right.
Yeah, infection. Yuck.
We're getting
Never
older,
had
brother.
one.
We're getting older. You can't leave these things for granted.
I still know how I got it. Anyway, all right, Tony, I'll see you
All right,
Friday.
brother. Shout out to Evan Ellis, Big Show, Papa Dragon, and the resident bastard, and everybody else. Let's see what unfolds. And make sure Kansas City wins.
Oh.
So we don't have to see them next year.
Oh, that would be so right. All right, Tony. Appreciate you, fam. And thanks for the advice, too. All right. See you Friday.
All right, brother.
All right.
Cheers.
All right, Tony. Cheers. And it is time for Papa Dragon. Pop.
What? Ronbo, I'm glad you talked to Dr. Tony.
Yeah.
Take two of his pieces of advice and call him in the morning.
Yeah. Because I've considered what he thought about. I says, you know what? I've never been this bothered by any virus like this for this length of time. So he's probably right on target. I hate going through penicillin. I haven't had penicillin since that little bizarre itch I had as a teenager. Okay.
Ooh.
So
Lord.
Pop. I was wondering whose head that would fly over. It didn't pass you, did it?
Not mine. Not my head. It ain't flying over my head.
She said it wasn't her. But Tony, I mean, I'm looking. You said it before too. If in fact it's not Kyle Shanahan's offense that needs to be checked, it's the people in it. Or is it Kyle Shanahan's offense and defense have got a leg up on us now? But when you look at the evidence around the league of people who do Kyle Shanahan's show, all of them got their brains beat out at some point when it really mattered this year.
Yeah.
Is that to be administered to? What do you think? And Tony, you watch college ball. Who's going to happen in the first round, and who looks good to be a defensive lineman on the San Francisco 49ers?
Ooh, you know what? I think the defensive lineman in this draft is very deep. So there's a number of players that you can definitely apply to the roster. I think the key for the 49ers this year is going to be Salah. He's already established that he wants defense to be faster. So you can expect the 49ers to move on from some of their slower players. So it's very well possible that players like, our safeties, we have two safeties, Brown and we have Huff. Those guys are kind of slow. They might move on for those guys. It's looking that way. I mean, you could definitely understand it, especially with Huff because he's had a lot of injuries. So it's very interesting you should say that. I will say this. I would be surprised if the first pick was a defensive lineman, and then I wouldn't be surprised. The reason why I say I'd be surprised is because Trent Williams is like 36. And he's an old 36.
He is now, especially this year. He did a lot of aging since last year, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at this particular point in time, the 49ers, they have their chance to take the top offensive lineman in this draft, the top tackle, which would be Calvin Banks Jr. out of Texas. That's who I would take. I think what's happening with the league right now is that the league has been bulking up on the interior line, and they've been busting up those gaps in the middle, which disrupts the wide zone and even the play actions. I think that's what's been happening to the offense this year. I think defenses have gotten a lot more creative with the blitzes, and I think that you have to be more adaptable. And the person who's at fault for all this, the person that's at fault for everything, all the stuff that's going on right now, is Patrick Mahomes. Defenses are playing a lot different than they did before Patrick Mahomes came into the league.
That's true.
And you have to be able to adjust on the fly. The key thing that's hurting the 49ers right now is Kyle Shanahan and his inflexibility at the quarterback position. What I mean by that is that Brock Purdy's greatest trait is his brain. I've often said, and like I said, I've worked shoulder to shoulder with Peyton Manning when I was doing the software thing for analytics back when he was a rookie. And I can tell you right now that there were quarterbacks on a team that had better arms than Peyton Manning. But Peyton was the smartest. He got the ball out the fastest and always went where it was supposed to go. But the cool thing about Peyton was that he was able to change the plays at the line of scrimmage and put his team in the absolute best position. Now you say, well, why did he win more Super Bowls? Well, he didn't win because it was Tom Brady's time. Just like it's right now, it's Pat Mahomes' time. Back in the day, why wasn't people who else won Super Bowls besides Joe Montana? Who
at that time? Won? That's true.
I'm trying to think who else won besides Joe? And then we turn around and had Steve Young. So it's one of those things where.
And over in Miami, what's that quarterback's name? They got the ball out in a blink of an eye. He couldn't win a Super Bowl.
He couldn't get back because they put everything on him. They never got him a running game. You know what I mean? The minute that John Elway got a running game, he won Super Bowls. Yep. You got to be able to run in the playoffs. So the key for the 49ers, believe it or not, is going to be two things. Being able to block better up the middle. That means they need a more physical center, and they need another guard that can move bodies. As we saw during the playoff game, because a lot of people were like, it's so funny, like all the kids at school, my daughters came home and they were talking about how people were complaining about the Bills not being there and that the refs cheated and that refs were paid off. And I said, really? I said, well, come here, come look at this. They said something about 86 and 86 dropped the ball, and I showed them the play. And then I said, okay, well, let me teach you. So I have a big whiteboard, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to teach them crap. So I draw up the play and I draw up the offensive lineman. I showed them, I said, well, this is what happened. The offense called a play where they rolled to the right, which is his strong side, and he's right-handed. They rolled that way, but what they didn't realize is that they sent a cornerback from that same side. Then they got Godzilla Jones that just can't be blocked by one guy, so he busted up the middle, and then all of a sudden Josh Allen is trying to throw the ball, and I looked at it, I said, you guys can throw the ball. How hard is it to throw the ball at a target when you're running away from it? We're like, oh, that's real hard. I'm like, yeah, it's really hard. So he had the back
accurate too. Oh, hell yeah.
And he threw the ball down the field, and it looked like he threw it away or threw it up for grabs, and he actually threw it to the open tight end, and he dropped it. I said, that's what the kids are talking about. But what the kids aren't talking about is that, and I asked them point blank, I said, listen, if you know the referees are going to be on the Kansas City Chiefs side, and you need an inch, do you try to get an inch, or do you try to get a yard? Or do you try to get 2 yards or 3 yards? They're like, yeah, you want to try to get 3 yards. Like, exactly. So on tush pushes, okay, they were 1 of 5 that game. 1 of 5. I'm like, well, what's a tush push? I said, well, this is something that they didn't fail all year on, and they failed 4 times. And people aren't talking about that. They failed multiple 2-point conversions. There's a lot of reasons why they lost that game. And yes, I would like to say the ref played a little bit of a hand, but not as much as people think. So we are going to have to get better at the inside offensive line, and that's imperative. Because if you want to pay Purdy, you have to protect Purdy. And because you've neglected the offensive line for almost 10 years, that has to be the pick.
At least.
That has to be the pick. Because if you are a defensive coordinator, and if you're Saleh, you say, look, give me speed. If you give me speed, I can draw some stuff up, and we'll hit the quarterback. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be on Bosa. Bring other people that can get there. Bring some smart players. So he needs a couple of Jimmy Wards. He needs Armstead. He needs some players that may not be Pro Bowlers, be great, but are good at what they
can play out of the box. Exactly. You're right. And also,
it'll be fine.
Pop, you made a great point about taking a leash off of Brock Purdy. And let him at the moment it's really necessary, make the right decision. Don't stick to the plan. Just let him do what he's got to do. He knows. He's been with us long enough.
Get to the line of scrimmage quick, and then let him get the offense to a good play. And I think number 2, obviously the biggest one is that there's a huge fall off in the red zone when McCaffrey was out, right? So that's a huge fall off there. But part of being able to play in the red zone again is your middle of your offensive line, the ability to run up the middle and to have people that can move people. So
and Jake Brendel ain't it.
No, he's not. He's not it. But there's other problems like Juice. He's not it anymore. They need to move on from him. Will they? Probably not. They probably won't move on from him, but they should. Because that's money that can go someplace else. And again, I think that what they used to do back in the day, back in the Harbaugh days, they'd find a really athletic defensive player and then move him to fullback.
Yeah,
that's used to do.
And I think they don't want to play. They cut him up last year. But Pop, we do have to go. You always make
okay.
We got to really hear it all too. That was good. All right, enlightenment.
Well, hopefully we get there. I think that we will. I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl. I don't hold no animosity against anybody because I don't know those bastards. I don't care who wins. I just hope we have a good game.
I just don't want it. I hear you. I know what you mean. There's no point being mad.
Hey, remember, there's Rams right now in the chat still hating on us for what we did in the 80s and 90s. Still.
And
recently.
And
we're going to be hating on the Chiefs for another 30 years. This is how it goes. This is America, baby. Make America hate again. That's what we do, baby. All right, look, big old shout out to Big Show. I don't know where you are, Big Show. Whip Probe, not sure. Jalen, Tony, my boy Tony down under, Trey, Smooth, Chill, Pill, Phil, Ellis, Sharon's mom, Evan, Allen, Jack, Maddie, the dark one fish sandwich, Frank Emilio, and that beautiful bastard, Snyder Brand. Big shout out to you, Smooth. We out, baby. We out. Shout out to you, Ronbo in production.
Good night, Bob. Give my best to that booming family, too. Good night, fam. Can you imagine? Kids come home mad as hell with the Kansas City Chiefs, just like everybody else is. And like Pop says, we get tired of the Chiefs. We got tired of the Patriots. We get tired of people who just are omnipotent. They can't be beat. And so you start coming up with ways to make yourself feel better. Now, a lot of us, and I'm going to stop doing it. And I told you at the beginning of the show I'm going to stop doing it. I'm going to stop blaming the refs for the Chiefs' success. It makes us look a little silly. You know what? Because you can't get lucky that many times. I know, but I'm thinking it has a lot to do with us losing those 2 games. We didn't have to lose those 2 games. The refs helped them, yes, but they didn't help them enough that they should win them games. Ray-Ray McCloud helped them. Christian McCaffrey helped them. Kyle Shanahan helped them. 3 for 13 is inexcusable. That's not the ref's fault. So, there's plenty of reasons for losing Super Bowls, but it's not all about the refs. Now, if the refs get you in the fourth quarter and somebody bet $50,000, that guy's going to tell the ref, send a word to him, I'll give him 30 of it. Then, this is the way life is. Hey, Nigel, come on in, fam.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Nigel, man, speculations in it. But Nigel, I tell you what, I just hope that we don't find out too much information on how games are concluding due to manipulation by various factors outside of the game. Nigel, you and I both know there probably are to some degree. Just how much?
Even Adam Schefter tweeted out something, Ronbo.
And what?
He tweeted out like the Chiefs basically, and I don't know the exact stats, but they don't get any calls like against them when there's these big games in the AFC Championship game and the Super Bowls that they've been in. Just think about this, Ronbo. Last season, they were the most penalized offensive line in the whole league throughout the season. And miraculously, in the playoffs, and especially in the Super Bowl, they didn't get called not one time for holding. They
haven't been called for anything this playoffs either.
So it's freaking crazy, man. But I get it.
But Nigel, do you know that since November they hadn't had a turnover until the playoffs?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to I think the games come out to everything that happens throughout the game. So there could be something that, a pick six or a fumble or whatever that happens in the earlier in the game that just affects it that much towards the end, where something is so razor close that if you didn't mess up in the second quarter, it wouldn't be maybe that razor close, So we always look at things that at the end of the day and like that last play or, those last plays as the whole game. And and I think you just mentioned that earlier. It's like a combination of things that happen throughout the game that they end up the way they are, obviously. But
it takes 4 quarters
whatever happens at the end of the game is always going to be chastised the most.
Yeah. It takes 4 quarters to lose.
So.
And Nigel, have you noticed Patrick Mahomes doesn't run the ball a lot? It's very brilliant on his part because when he does run the ball like he does now, you're not ready for it. Now, they had a spy on him last week. The Buffalo Bills finally figured it out. When he take off, he got caught one time. I remember that spy had helped. But Patrick will sit there and everybody's scared to death of the target. And this lane will open up like Moses did for the Jews. I mean, the ocean just split, and they just walk peacefully down to I seen those lanes created for Patrick, and I said, damn it, Jesus. There he goes. I can't watch the Chiefs now with emotions being involved. I'm screaming and yelling. Patrick went 20 yards on the first down. It was 3rd and long. Oh.
Pretty much, man.
I may have to stop watching.
Man,
it's not good for your health.
I hate to say it, Rumble. I think Chiefs are gonna three-peat, man. They're just like, gosh, they're a combination of weird stuff going on with the refs and just them being able to make plays at the right time. As much as you want to blame certain things, you can't take away from the greatness of Patrick Mahomes right now, man.
Andy
it's
Reid
like his era right now.
We can't. We're envious.
That's just the reality of it. And I think, like all these people that talk trash about Brock Purdy, he ain't good enough and this and that. I think that when you look at Lamar and you look at Allen and the way they perform, I mean, if you really look at Josh Allen's eyes at the beginning of the game, Ronbo, zoomed into his face,
didn't he?
It looked like he looked like a deer in headlights.
He did.
I mean, I'm just being honest, and he played like it too. He played like trash coming out on that game, and he didn't. I mean, they got their footing eventually, but you could just tell
Josh doesn't
that the Chiefs just had their numbers. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's this thing about Brock getting paid. I mean, of course, you want to have the most amount of talent around him, and you need the most amount of money possible. But it is what it is. You know, I think he's going to get paid that much money, and we just need to invest in an offensive line, as far as I'm concerned, to protect that investment and to make an offensive juggernaut. Because the defense trying to win the games in Super Bowls all the time, I know that's happened in the past, but against like Patrick Mahomes, that doesn't happen. He wins most of the time if you try to put your defense against him last in the game.
Has all the
And
confidence
that's
in the
just
world.
the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be able to keep him off of the field and be able to have finishers on offense like we did with Christian McCaffrey last year. And we kind of searched for that guy this year, which George was the de facto guy. But, you know, it just didn't work out like we wanted it to. So I'm hoping we can get like some type of help on the offensive lines just to keep Brock upright and, you know, give him time back there so he can make the plays necessary, because we've seen it. He's been able to do that. He just needs he needs a little bit of talent. But who doesn't, though, Ronbo? Who doesn't need talent?
Well, yeah, there's no quarterback out there that
so
thrives with no offensive line. When people say that, how many quarterbacks you know other than Lamar Jackson could actually get away with no offensive line?
Right.
It's not going to happen.
I mean, the Chiefs prioritize offensive line every offseason. Whether
they do,
if they lose a guy, they're immediately trying to, you know, replenish that gap there. So
hey, you know
there's a guy named Will Campbell.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, but the Bills can blame themselves for Worthy. With that wide receiver, wasn't his name Worthy? They gave Worthy to him. The Bills did.
Oh, yeah, I know. They did.
Dumbasses.
They
I
gave
knew
him
when that draft took place. That was a bad move, Bills. That was the stupidest move I've seen in a long time. What did you do? Oh, God.
That's like came right back to bite him, Romo. So, but I hope it's just like, who do you want to win this game? Like, the Eagles are kind of annoying. The Chiefs are definitely annoying. And it's like we have beef with both of these teams. It's like, who do you want to win? It's horrible.
I just don't want them to add another trophy. It's going to be embarrassing. They'll have the same amount of trophies as we did in less than half the time. It's just, well, no, they had the first one way back when people weren't even thinking about whatever. Super Bowl. That was the first Super Bowl, I think. Yeah, so, you know.
Yeah.
We got
yeah. Well, I was going to say real quick, Ronbo, before I let you go. Will Campbell, his name is Will Campbell.
Okay.
He played for LSU the past couple of years. He's an offensive lineman. That guy, if we can get him in the first round, dude, man, I suggest you guys see him. He's an absolute beast, 6'6", 325 pounds. He's a road grader, great in run offensive or like the run offense. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there because I've been looking at some stuff there. So
good.
But thanks for taking my call, man. You have a good night.
Thanks, Nigel. Appreciate you always. All right, night, fam.
Yes, sir. Yep, good night, man.
Hey, yo, Johnny. Johnny. Look at Nikita. Yeah. Nikita, we're all gonna be huge Nikita fans this weekend. Oh, I'm sorry, next weekend. They gotta take a week off, don't they? I don't know, man. It's hard to beat the Chiefs. This is what they do. You can't get them in the Super Bowl. Smooth. Come on in, fam.
Ronbo, what's up, OG?
Smooth, man. I was just sitting back here tripping because, you know, the Chiefs got everybody tripping, a lot like the 49ers did back in the day. And now here we go. Now we're sitting back watching Kansas City. I mean, you've been to Kansas City, Missouri?
Yeah.
Kansas City.
Nah, never.
Wait a minute. Are they Kansas City, Missouri? They're Kansas City, Missouri, not Kansas City, Kansas, right? I mean,
Kansas, shit, all of this Missouri, even Kansas State. What else is up there? There's football, basketball team.
Yeah,
they're known for their basketball more than or for their football though.
Until they drafted Patrick Mahomes, and you know what's Smooth? When you think about John Lynch and lots of other coaches that made Patrick wait and Andy Reid drafted up to go get him. We all they all look like a bunch of damn fools.
Every time we have a target. But check this out. The last, well, I guess few Super Bowl. I mean, not Super Bowl, but drafts. Every time we get ready to go get somebody, we have a target who jump up ahead of us and get them. Andy Reid. Every time.
Is that? Have you
I'm still mad at Shanahan though. We should have had. You know who should have had Mahomes though in the draft, bro? Right?
Was that the same year Solomon Thomas came into the league? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you know who supposed to had drafted Patrick Mahomes, right? About to turn the card in, and he was told not to.
Who? McCarty.
Shanahan stopped John Lynch from turning in the card to draft Mahomes.
Are you serious?
Because he thought, he really thought that much in his heart that we was going to get Kirk Cousins. Remember?
Oh, that makes sense because he really did think he was going to get Cousins from the Washington team the next year. Whatever he had that season was just a placeholder.
I was mad as hell, bro.
All right, because none of us
I
believed
just knew
Kirk
we was
Cousins
going
that
to grab
much
him
anyway.
because it was already out. It was already out there. We was going to get him. That's what Lynch wanted.
Lynch had
for
to
the
beg him to
rebuild.
sign.
For the rebuild.
Are you right? Because Lynch had to beg him to sign Jimmy Garoppolo. And we weren't going to get Cousins. No way. Washington owner hates the Shanahans. He wasn't about to let him go. Didn't they franchise tag him again just to make sure he didn't leave?
Yeah, they kept him. They gave him that contract. One of the richest quarterbacks in the NFL. Remember, then he started signing those one-year deals? Remember? One-year
franchise
contract,
tags.
getting like $50 million.
He was already getting paid
Crazy
huge
deal.
franchise tags, and then he signed a big deal. Blank check.
Yep.
Then he ends up going to Minnesota.
Then went to Atlanta this past season and didn't do nothing.
He did nothing since.
Shanahan, I told you, bro. Shanahan stuck in his ways, man. His old ways.
Well, he doesn't.
Shanahan and Jerry Jones, man. Them two right there.
No, wait a minute, Smo. No, wait. Is he that bad? No, he ain't quite that bad. Jerry Jones does make some moves.
I'm just saying. You know when old heads stuck in their ways, ain't no convincing them or changing. It's already in stone, bro.
You know what? It's funny.
You wasting your time, Dallas fan. Oh man.
I mean, you look at guys like Shanahan and Jones, probably in Texas. You look at these guys as guys with all the confidence in the world. They know what they're doing. Don't bother them. But then after a while, you see them messing up. Okay, you need to have some discussions before you make another decision. Can you do that anyway? But just do that much. God.
I had a vision. If Shanahan, check this out. If we go to the Super Bowl or get close to it, and we get to the playoffs and we lose by a field goal because we still got Moody on the team, which they go bring in some competition. Not Shanahan, John Lynch. They go bring in some competition for Moody though.
Smooth.
But check this out.
He cannot miss that field goal you're talking about because people were waiting for Shanahan out in the parking lot.
Shanahan messed up, and y'all say, okay, forget this. Who you going to keep? Robert Saleh. Teams want him real bad. You got 5 teams want him. Shanahan messed up. I get rid of Shanahan. I trade Shanahan. Get more draft picks for him and sign Robert Saleh as our head coach and let him pick his offensive coordinator.
Yeah, who would he pick? Shanahan might.
Why
leave.
let Robert Saleh go? Shanahan have another bad season without Saleh, and then we should have kept Saleh. He's already here now.
But we said the same thing about McDaniel too. That first year.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's football's very hard.
But the draft, bruh. I heard what they was talking about. Who was taking the first round of the draft, man. Let me tell you, bruh. It's up in the air. Pass rusher, edge rusher, D-Lineman, run stoppers, wide receivers.
In this order, right?
Tight ends, offensive lineman is stacked, bruh. It's loaded. And DBs are loaded.
We can't pick a tight end up either. No matter who we get, he ain't gonna be no damn good. Or he'll be so-so.
Well, they got some good tight ends. I say there's about 6 good ones, but Will they be there? I don't know. But I'm telling you, as far as running back, Gentry, the top running back in the draft, I think he's going to fall. He's going to fall probably too late, end of the first or early second round, because the draft is deep at running back. Oh, it's about 17. It's about 17 running backs, bro.
And running backs come back into fashion.
About 17 running backs.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the good ones, they're juniors coming out as juniors instead of the seniors. There's a few seniors, but most of them are juniors. And when I did my research and looked at them last night, because I couldn't go to sleep, so I said, let me look through the draft. And man, it's about 17 good ones, bro. So you can get a running back, but you have to get a running back that fits your system. You know what you do.
You know,
so Shanahan,
he should,
right. But Shanahan shouldn't even draft a run back. I said around maybe around in the fifth or something like that. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be running backs on the free agent market. I'm telling you that he can get,
because it's too many.
So
right?
we can just build up that O line, build up that O line, man, or O line. And pass rushers, they're gonna be there. You got them from small schools, big schools, they're everywhere across the board. So we just build up our O-line, man. So, man, that dude, that tackle from Texas, we get him, but he going to be long gone. I say he probably be gone around the second pick.
Oh, yeah. If he's a great offensive lineman, everybody knows, get that. Anytime you get a good offensive lineman, you've got to get it. In fact, it's so hard to protect your quarterback from these machines. These kids are not the same.
Soon I saw him, I had flashbacks. On Williams, bruh, that we have.
Williams.
On offensive line, Trent. Soon I saw him, I said, damn, that looks like Trent.
Man, if he's big and athletic, there's not many of those.
Man, he is, bruh. He is. He big as hell. He big, and he looked like he just chiseled. He just,
That's hard to find. So I'm saying, any big kid out there that likes the sexy positions, like the wide receiver, the quarterback, you know, if you want to play defense on the edge, don't do it.
Grinder, man. Bulldozer. Yeah, we need that.
Keep taking
build that line, interior line, man.
Offensive
nose to get some nose guard, stop the run. And I don't know about Hargrave. I don't know if he's going to be back, because that big contract we gave him, he already took a pay cut, so we got some of that back. So Niners know something that we don't know, but we fans, we know. We ain't stupid.
I want to see him trade. Actually, don't continue to take his money. See if he can get a trade.
I'm tired of getting teams leftovers, man. We have to, build from the draft like we've been doing, man, like the Warners and Greenlaws and all this. We don't have to jump up early and get somebody, pan out. We can sit and wait. We have 11 picks. We can go up and down the board, back and forth. In this draft, but we have to hit big. Like we hit last season, we had to hit that draft that we hit.
Yeah, we did a good job last year.
And all that. We have to hit on this one, especially with Saleh. And I'm glad Saleh back. So now he's in the meeting rooms, in the draft rooms, looking at the big board.
All right.
Okay, yeah, he fit our system. He fit the
him and
4-3. He fit the wide 9.
I wish Saleh would stay with us for a couple of years this time. Don't leave so quickly. But there'll be some damn fool coming.
I think when he did a handshake and he said he'll be back, I think it's gonna be more than one season, because we already know it's like year to year with coordinators now.
There you go.
Get a coordinator from college. He do good. Somebody want him.
Always. Smooth, let me see you Friday. Always pleasure to get you in there. All right.
Yeah, baby. I had to get in here. I said, I heard my phone this time. I said, Ronbo, here on. Let me tune in. Yeah, yes. I got you. Friday, I get you. I'll be in there Friday.
I'll be looking forward to it too. All right, Phil.
Talk more Niners. Oh yeah, up to the draft. Oh yeah, I got the one more thing. I hate to do it. Who I got in the Super Bowl, but since the Eagles represent the NFC, the whole NFC conference, I'll go with the Eagles. And I'm tired of the Eagles. I mean,
the Chiefs. You and me both. They got to get down. They got to take a down.
And to read them homeboys, I can tell them his golf buddies, bro.
I know.
Them his golf buddies.
It's gonna be that way too.
I'm out. All right.
Night, Smooth.
I'll take it. All right. Good night.
Oh man, I ain't gonna get my hopes up though, because quite frankly, I thought the Bills had it. I thought they was going to be ready. I said, Bills got to be ready this time. Chiefs ain't scored enough points all year to fill up a hand. I mean, they just ain't that. They just ain't that potent. Doesn't matter who the Chiefs play. They'll play to your level. If you're great, they'll become great. Hey, Johnny.
Yo, Ronbo, all right, son? How we going?
Hey, Johnny, say it again. I missed that. Say it again. Sorry.
Hello, Ronbo, son. How we doing?
Hey, doing all right. You know, I still got this chest infection. I just got to diagnose. It will not go away. Oh, it's getting better, but not fast enough for me. But Johnny, good to hear from you, man. You know what we're doing, don't you? We're talking about how come every team in the league has figured out Kyle Shanahan's offense. And Johnny, who's worthy of being a 49er defensive lineman in the draft?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked at the draft yet. I don't know. But we definitely do need defensive tackles.
Yeah.
We got to stop the run. Simple as that. Like
everybody runs against us, Johnny. I mean, it's easy, man. I mean, guys running mediocre running backs still pick up 75 to 100 yards. It's got to stop.
Yeah, it's getting a bit embarrassing, really. So, we need to stop the run, and we need to be able to run in short yardage situations.
And look like the 49ers. Remember, Johnny, with fear. I mean, remember Harbaugh's team? They bragged about the running back getting over 100 yards here, and they didn't. 2 years they went. Harbaugh's frontline defense would not. And there's Adrian Peterson. There's some really good running backs in the game then, too. No 100 yards here, baby. Got to go wait till next week. Should have got it last week. Ain't getting it here. So, also, Kyle Shanahan. Go ahead.
I think we were good when we had Salah and D'Amico was there. But since they're gone, we just
Salah's back.
Pieces, really. Obviously, we lost Armstead and picked up Hargrave for some reason and got rid of Buckner. Yeah. And Kinlaw just wasn't a good enough replacement for him. So, we need tackles, man.
And Hargrave, all that money they paid, he's not a run stopper. He's not bad at attacking the quarterback, but DJ Jones wasn't bad at attacking the quarterback, but he could stop the run.
Yeah, he's a free agent, isn't he? He's a free agent, DJ Jones. So
he might look for him. It might be Jones maybe returning.
I don't know if he's got the money to pay him, but
I don't know what he'd be asking for.
Yeah,
it might be a bidding thing. Yeah,
you never know. We might get Solomon T back from the Jets if Salah's
See, but how do you feel about that though?
I don't know. I still can't get over we picked him instead of Mahomes.
Hey, Johnny, and also Chris McCaffrey was going to the same school, in the same locker room, and we let the Panthers pick him up. I had a dream that we'd pick up McCaffrey. I was watching some of his training tapes, looking at his footwork and stuff like that. I said, you know what, this guy is a freak. It'd be great he'd be great for Shanahan's offense. I knew he would be. No, Panthers got it. We picked up Solomon Thomas.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know? It is crazy.
God, I was sick for a month. God.
You know, if you look at our draft picks over since John and Kyle have been here, you know, we haven't done very well in like the first 3 rounds, so that worries me a bit. I know we done well in the draft last year, but we need to do it again this year, and we need to do it again next year. You know,
true. We look back though. Shanahan and Lynch have not done a real bad job on building that team. Let's face it, they went all the way to the Super Bowl a couple of times. Now, when you look at some of the picks, the star picks, you look at George Kittle. Kittle's a generational player. You look at Fred Warner. Fred Warner is a bad mother. And look at Dre Greenlaw until he got hurt. The list goes on. We should be grateful to some degree.
We seem to do well with the rounds 4, 5, 6, 7. Mm-hmm. It's like 1, 2, and 3 that we seem to be messing up on.
I know,
which,
right?
Which is a strange one. So, can you imagine if we had it on a few of them with those picks, and then we didn't go through the Trey Lance thing? Would we give up? I don't know.
I keep forgetting about that. My mind actually protects me from that. I don't think about it. I forgot about it. I go blank every time I think about that. You gave up 2 first round. 2 years after that, we didn't get a first round pick. And Trey is still trying to find his place in the NFL after all this time.
That's it, guy. Yeah. Well, he's a free agent this year.
Yeah, is that right? Trey has not been re-signed, has he?
Yeah. No, I think well, he has all that draft classes, really.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson's available. He is. the Jones boys. So
Johnny,
yeah.
If you were a GM and you came into a situation where they needed to draft a quarterback in the first round, what would you do?
It's not a good quarterback class from Oregon, guy.
Every year is like that, though. I mean,
yeah.
If I came in and the owner says, "Okay, we're going to need a quarterback this year," and I'm hiring you because of your expertise and your judgment and ability to pick out personnel that could actually help us out. Now, in the first round, we're going to need a quarterback. First, listen, let me tell you one thing right now. You'll let me handle the first round, okay? I'm not going to promise you I'm going to get a quarterback. Because when you fail on that quarterback pick, people won't leave you alone for the rest of your life. So, no, I'm not going to promise that.
Well, what we did worse was all the picks. We didn't, 2 firsts. And Trey Lance had already played in college.
No, I know.
He's selling the farm.
This is a bad sign right there. All right? And then you look, Trevor Lawrence is okay, but he's not special. And you know about Zach Wilson, one of the worst picks in draft history. And then Trey, who can't really find his footing and get anywhere in the league anywhere. And then who came in? And then you got the kid from Bama. Well, they didn't pick him up. Justin Fields, fail. Not really completely, but still not good. Jones to the Patriots. I mean, it's a hard position to pick in the first round. I'd be petrified. Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
So, and
Matt trading Jones up to the red is crazy.
Yeah.
Unless you're absolutely certain.
Yeah. Johnny,
you need one with a lot of experience in playing in college.
Yeah, I know. See, look, Brock Purdy, he as a senior comes out. Last guy picked in the draft. He sticks. It's not where you get picked in the draft. It's how much every quarterback should have a minimum of 3 years in college football. There's too much to be learned because you're going to see it's going to be an advanced course as soon as you get to the pro level. Man, Johnny, we got to stop, Johnny. Hey, let's get back in here as soon as you can. I'll be back Friday. All right.
All right, son. Yeah, it's a bit early for me. It is. It's like 5:15 in the morning. So,
Johnny,
I'll see them.
You're Irish, aren't you?
No, I'm Welsh.
Welsh. Okay, I was say he's UK, but where?
Yeah, I'm in Wales. Yeah, I'm in Wales.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet. Hey, listen, I'll look forward to seeing you get it earlier if I can get you in here, okay? Because I'd love to hear from you again.
All right, son. Yeah, good.
All right.
Yeah, I just woke up, early, so I thought, I'm gonna phone Ronbo.
Shucks. Thanks. Well, a little later then would be better for you, huh?
Phone now is good. Phone now.
We started the show. All right. Pleasure to meet you. Let's see you again soon. Yeah. All right.
And you
good day,
privilege to talk to me. Take care.
Thank you. You take care.
Bye.
Yeah, I just realized this broke midway through that conversation. Hey, Tommy!
Ronbo!
Tommy, you're doing great work in that chat. I'm loving it. Yeah, I love the way you give those
Dude, what the hell, man?
You give those cold shots. I love it. Tommy, I mean, whatever somebody says, Tommy takes it and makes you look like an absolute idiot. I love it. Keep working, Everett. I love it.
Dude, what is it? Jim finally came out of the closet from hiding. I mean, what was that, a week? I mean, come on.
I told him, watch Jim Everett. He can't stand it. When you're like him,
you
just
Jimmy.
Can't be quiet. I knew he'd be back soon.
He needed to get his tampon ready. I've stopped the bleeding. My God. Hey, Jim's a cool guy. He's just he hates
confused.
the Niners, and
it's
all right.
I don't blame him.
We don't even hate you guys. We just
There's no
we
reason
hate you trolls that come in here, but
that's it. I never thought about the Rams until recently. When they won their Super Bowl, they've been annoying ever since. And Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudy's finally been quiet for the last few days. You don't see him on X no more. Thank you, Rudy, for shutting the hell up. Thank you.
We were cooking that dude for a while.
I know. I know. He took enough punches to.
But you know what? I like Rudy and I like Jim Everett. Rand's dangerous. He's not bad, but Tribe, With these guys ready to blow. He's an
Tribe's
ass.
got issues, don't he? But Tommy, remember when the Raiders were winning years ago? Remember they would overpopulate. We were overran by them. They were all up and down the chat. They were just running major smack.
Oh,
right?
God.
And then all of a sudden, after they got rid of the quarterback and everything else, the coach, everything started sliding downhill. You can't find a Raider online or anywhere else. It's pretty hilarious. Bunch of chickens.
Well, a lot of them are on, I don't know, a lot of them come on Larry's show, but they're Larry Krueger, but they don't really talk anything.
Well, the thing is, what
are they going to say?
That's what I'm saying. Because if they go over there looking for a less hostile place, people come in here and they want to fight. You know, a lot of these fans, they come in here starting stuff.
Yeah.
You get 2 or 3. You got Eric from the Hawks. You got Tony from the Falcons. Yeah. There's a few that come in and just want to talk football. A lot of them come in here dressed to kill and ready for bear, and they start to trash. Unbelievable. God. Kind of like Don Burger.
I think the Rams fans. Oh yeah, Don's great. I feel bad for him, but they'll be back. But just don't get that first seed again, there, Donnie. your whole division is cursed if they get the 1 seed. Toast.
Tom, you're right. That's a rough division anyway. You got Detroit and Green Bay, and then you got the Vikings over there. The Vikings look good this year. And who else is left in that division? Vikings, Bears. That's gonna get better too. That's gonna be the toughest division next year, most likely.
That's what I think. The Cowgirls ain't going anywhere.
No,
Texas girl, I don't know why you're in here. Why did you guys hired Schottenheimer, who's not even a good OC? How is he going to be a good coach? And then Sorensen? He wasn't even good with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and probably the worst DC the Niners have had since the 90s.
It was desperation, Tommy.
Since the 2000s. Jesus. They're just laughable, dude. They're going to be terrible. So we got to capitalize on it. Well, Jerry's, I don't know. He'll probably live forever.
I know.
He'll probably live to be 100.
I don't. And he's still be trying to run things. And talking like the famous good old boy is. Now, nobody's going to tell me how to run my team. If you don't like it, there's the damn door. Hey, Jerry, you know what? Keep talking that trash, man. I hope you stay there, like Tommy says to you, 115.
Dude, I thought he would get at least somebody good. Like I was worried Sala would go there.
Hey, they had talks.
Pete Carroll.
I think they had talks, too. Yeah, Carroll was in the running, right?
Yeah.
They all don't know they got blessed. So. You don't want to work for Jerry. McCarthy.
And I thought Kellen Moore would come back, but it's too late.
Who?
Because they're still in the Super Bowl, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have to disagree with Papa Dragon. I mean, Banks, he's not. I don't like that guy at all.
Which one?
I like Will Campbell though. The O-line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to go O-line, even though they should. Because if they're going to pay Purdy, like you said, they need to protect him. But this run defense is so bad, like we discussed last time. But there's so many. I think they could get good O-linemen in the 3rd round. And Papa Dragon said we've neglected the O-line. That's not true because we drafted Cooney. We've neglected the D-line. We didn't draft anybody in the D-line last year.
Mm-hmm.
Not one.
That's right. We went and picked.
Yeah, and look, the Rams have already surpassed us in
picking out D-linemen in the draft. It's true. Oh.
Yeah.
And this is why we could be sure the 49ers are definitely going to draft a defensive lineman. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. They've been really bad with D-linemen, but That actually the
Drake Jackson.
Trent Baalke was better with freaking D linemen in the first than we were.
Baalke was
I
good
think he
at that
drafted
anyway.
Buckner and Armstead. Huh?
Yeah, Baalke was good at that. He could get you a defensive lineman. Don't ask for a lot of other positions, but he could get you a D lineman. But we got guys like Drake Jackson.
Because I want
Beal.
I want a guy with they gotta have that ACL on both knees for me to draft him.
I mean, they drafted him, and they be carrying the guy out on a stretcher to get his Goodell to give him his hug, right? I said, Trent. I mean, there was other. If he was the last guy in the draft, okay, but no. And don't forget A.J. Jenkins, who actually ruined Trent's career forever. Forever. Jenkins is going to be forever attached to him.
Oh, my God. But whoever, Trey Lance might be, I think that was Adam Peters' guy, honestly.
Yeah. You think so? Nobody blames Adam for that.
But
everybody blames Kyle and John.
Huh. I think they just wanted to trade up. But right when I heard the trade up, I'm like, I don't like this at all. You don't need to trade up.
No, but they were given
too many. 2 rounds, first round?
Yeah, right there, yeah. If the trade up, it was the amount of picks they gave to Miami. There was no need to give them that many.
But how many playoff wins did they have with those picks? I don't think they have any. That's crazy.
That's why.
Anyway, I can't wait to the draft, but I think I'm definitely rooting for the Eagles, but I think the Chiefs win.
I do too.
But I mean, I don't have any beef with the Eagles. I don't know why everybody. I mean, we're a little bit. I guess we're the arms race.
Yeah, Tommy, you didn't talk to the Eagles fans, did you?
Yeah, I don't like the fans. No.
Yeah, no, they could. I mean, real jerks. I mean, the Rams are mild.
But I have a lot of
Eagle
friends. I have a couple friends who are Eagle fans, and they're really cool. So, but there's a couple of their friends that are. Yeah.
The confrontational ones, though, they're just really obnoxious. They almost. I think I almost got kicked off. I forgot that. He blocked me before I could.
Really?
And then they block you. They get you all pissed off. And then
God.
Oh, man. I was livid.
That's soft.
Whoa.
That's soft.
So anyway, yeah.
God.
Tommy, we gotta go.
But whoever loses, I'm gonna troll them and make fun of them till the off season's over.
Oh, by the way, Nikita says, I'm a very sweet Eagles fan, and she is. Nikita, we're not talking about you. Some folks that like your team, they really need to be taken out and shot, but you're fine.
But you know what? I'm rooting for Saquon because I just have so
like
much
him.
respect for that guy. Yeah, he's a class act too, and shit, his play he's ridiculous. I don't know who I'd take, him or Henry, but Saquon's in the Super Bowl, so let's.
I want him to get 200 yards.
Anyway, he's probably going to get Offensive Player of the Year. Shit.
Oh, if he.
But I'm just, and I told
MVP.
And I told Eagles fans, I said, please, my friends, I'm like, I pray to you guys that he's not on the cover of Madden.
Oh yes, I know, right? Oh my God, Tom, we gotta go. I'll see you Friday. Looking for you. All right.
Oh yeah.
Keep up the great chat, Mark.
Yeah. Definitely. Rams, you all suck. All right. Yeah.
Nice, Tommy. Hey, we haven't had it yet. It's time for some Latino heat. Let me stop right there. The longer I talk, the worse it gets. Emilio!
What's happening?
Emilio, man, all the things you love to tell us about and have been telling us about. A lot of people already echoed a lot of your thinking. We haven't been interested in getting an offensive lineman in 10 years. Kyle Shanahan has been found out and is now not fooling anybody. And if we don't get an offensive lineman in the first round, somebody needs an ass whooping. Yeah, you know, you can jump on in here. Now, what do you think is going to happen in all this?
Well, it's not really about getting a lineman, offensive lineman in the first round. It's just fixing that damn
getting
line.
one,
I don't
period.
care how they do it. I don't care. They just need to fix that offensive line. Because I guess, a projected of what Purdy might get. They said it was $48 million for
Is it down
4
to
years.
48? Yeah.
I heard something. It was 48. So I saw something. So I don't know if that's what.
And give him some incentives. Give him a couple more million. He should be happy with that.
So we'll see. I don't know. I just something I saw a couple days ago. So it said 48 for 4 years.
Yeah. See, this is.
Oh, damn, it was there. 48, 49. Close enough to 50, somewhere around that area, supposedly.
It's speculation. You know, the 49ers ain't nothing out of that office. This is just what people thinking. Writers especially.
So we'll see. Yeah. But I guess it was speculated. So I have to wait to see. So whatever. Yep. I'm not too worried about what that right now. That was the thing right there that came up a couple days ago. So well, we get that, hey, not too bad. If we get trade fit, see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta wait and see what happens with that.
And if there's any argument,
I just know that just needs to happen. Yeah, I just know that needs to happen soon enough. That
no.
What are we doing with a quarterback? Are we gonna pay him? And because I heard basically they said too that he wants it done before.
Brock said
before the offseason starts.
As soon as the season was over, he said that. Yeah.
Supposedly, I don't know if he said it. So it was that he just wanted it done before the offseason stuff starts. So, yeah. So it was just rumored or what's supposedly said. So we'll see what happens. So,
I mean, they don't have time.
He wants it done soon enough.
Too many people they got to pay. Don't be going through these long arguments with people. Either trade them or do something, but don't stand there and go through that. BA, that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And then BA says things like, "Nah, I could have signed it. I could have signed it the first week of the month, but I didn't want to." The hell are you talking about, BA? Are you serious?
It's just drama.
Damn.
It's just drama. It's just drama. One in attention. That's all they want.
I don't need that.
It's just one of those moments. Look at me moments. It's all about me.
Anyway, I don't want to play no games with anybody. If we trade you to Cleveland, then shut up and go, or else sign a goddamn contract, man. This ain't a joke.
No, he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to go in the first place.
I know.
The same thing with Debo. Debo didn't want to go either. None of those guys wanted to go. They didn't want to.
Oh, see, they need to have you and me in the office and agree and not agree. As soon as that came back, all right, listen, we're going to do. Tell Debo. Don't ask him. Tell Debo that he's on his way to Cleveland Monday. We already had a deal. It had to be closed today, and it's over. So good luck to you, and thanks for what you did for us in the past. Stop playing with these dudes.
Well, yeah, you can't. That's kind of something you blame Lynch because I do that. You're going to sign this or what? If not, you have to do it. That's him trying to be buddies. That's why I said this Cowboy crew and them trying to be buddies with these guys. They need to stop. I get they're trying to cater to the guys, but I'm like, dude, we're trying to win. Yeah, and if you're playing games, you either sign it or gotta go.
We want to get people
out there. That's one of the things also they got to change. They got to be hard at it.
We could have Amari
That's
Cooper.
the one thing they got to change.
And for last year, I would have took Amari Cooper for last year, too. Because Amari's that kind of veteran is solid. And, you know.
What doesn't matter? It's just with all the players. They just need to start putting their foot down with these players. They want to cater to them and they want to be buddies with them. I'm like, are you guys trying to be buddies? They're trying to win a game. I'm like, we're not trying to be buddies.
Unless it's Fred Warner or Dre Greenlaw or George Kittle. Don't
even now
argue. I mean, them too, but don't
even
argue with them forever.
Like that.
But you don't say they didn't do that.
I'm not saying argue with them. It's just you can't be like, oh yeah, let's do what you want. I'm like, who's the owner? Who's the manager? Who's the GM?
Yes, I mean, weeks go by, all the way into September.
That's the only thing. That's what I think they need to start doing. Start being so friendly with these guys. I'm like, you know what? We're trying to win. You want to be here, and there goes the dump. We can trade you and get some more picks to get something else for you. You ain't got time for that. But doesn't seem like they will change that facility, that concept. So, like I said, there's a few changes needed to do, and it's gotten to the point where, like, we're not changing anything. We still believe in the same philosophy.
Yep.
So
you got to do like Belichick. I don't care who you are, how good you are. Go ahead, check the market and see what you can get. I'm not paying any more than this. I can't afford it.
Even Kansas City's done it. Well, we can't pay you. You know what? Bye. Crazy. Go to something else.
See, and those are your best teams, Emilio. They're the one. You look at Belichick. You look at Kansas City. They're winning.
Yeah, and they were building through the draft.
Right?
They got rid of you. Once you started acting up and then they started building to the draft, they got picks for their players.
Yeah.
It's starting to look like that's something we need to start doing. You don't want to be here. We ain't got time to play games. Start trading. Do something else.
Damn right. Clowning.
But that's what I said. Things need to change. As much as we like these guys, we want to be on the team. Like, dude, we're not winning with you. Come on. Said I want all these guys. I want some of these guys to stay. Warner, Kittle, some of these guys to stay. But it's just if we're not winning with these guys, we got to start making some changes. You got to start winning. If not, we're really gonna be like, damn. Well, we had our window. We know it's closed. So
I know.
now it's back to those shitty years. So, you know, it's like the window's getting real thin. It's closing. We're getting close to closing. So,
well, you know what? We got a crop of
I don't know how much more longer these guys finna hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I want to see changes. I'm really ready for some changes. So.
You may say whether we want to or not, because, you know, they're all going to be leaving. We can't afford to keep all those guys. Some of them got to go, especially against the back of the line. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I said. We got to trade some of these players. We got tradable players. We got tradable players is what they want to do. Are they willing to do it?
Yeah.
Or are they going to be on budget with these guys?
Or go play for the Panthers. They got lots of money. Although the Panthers are looking better. Washington may still have some money, too. There are some attractive places to go that they do have lots of money.
That's what's kind of funny when they did the whole thing like as much as like I said, as much as I like how you wanted them to stay. Well, I do. They should have called us bluff. Hey, you want to leave? Dude, I trade them. They should have just traded them because he couldn't say no.
You know, and Mill, did you know about Jaden Daniels?
They got to start doing that to these guys.
They do. But I didn't know nothing about Jaden Daniels. Ayuk would have went over there. That would have been all hell would have broke loose. They would have did a job. Hey, we got to go though, fam. Let me see Friday.
You know, I just want to say that would have been their problem. It's just they got to be that. You got to look like this. We went back to Belichick. He did it. Okay, you want money? Bye. We can pay you to get something better for you.
All right, fam.
Yeah.
See you Friday, Emilio. Always appreciate you, fam.
All right. You too, man. Have a good night.
Thanks, Emilio. Yeah. Can you imagine? I didn't know nothing about Jaden Daniels. All I know is he paraded Jaden in, and there was a couple of other people, too, into a conversation he's going to have with Lynch. And I know what a Jaden Daniels was. They come, go ahead, B.A., get you that rookie quarterback. Shit. That was no rookie quarterback, was it? Hey, Frank. I'm thinking of Frank. Frank's mom likes Washington, and they should have had a better game.
Ronbo.
Yeah, Frank. Come on in there with that fish sandwich. Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Yeah, I was thinking about moms when Washington was out there messing up. Because Washington had every bit of a chance to win that game. They did a good job up until the fourth quarter. People told me Washington come ready to play. I looked at the game. No, they just made a couple of mistakes. They were right in that game and all the way up to the fourth quarter. So they'll probably be next year. So I know Mom feeling good about that team. For the next 3 to 4 years, it's going to be Washington and Philly. Dallas ain't going to have nothing to do with it.
Dallas ain't. Oh, yeah. They just, she, Mom heartbroken, man. Mom was heartbroken.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
I'm broken. It broke my mom's heart, man.
Got all the way to the doorstep. But it's a young team. You know, she should feel good. They gonna be all right.
Yeah. I told her they're gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right, man.
Give it another year. Right. Give it another year or two.
Yeah.
Because C.J. Stroud last year with the Texans, I thought the Texans were gonna roll through the AFC like nobody's business this year. And then Stephon got hurt, and you know that's the way it goes.
Yeah, but enough about that, Ronbo. Like, no.
Jump on the Niners.
Yeah, jump on our boys, man. Yeah, I mean, man, I see Solid. Solid want to go fast in that secondary. You know, he want that defense to be fast in that secondary. So might be some changes back there, man. I know keep Mustafa, but I don't know about Brown. I mean, he's still on a rookie contract, but I think he might. I don't know. We might draft a safety. I don't know or what, but I mean, Jair Brown. So, he's a little too slow. I think he run like a 4. What did Jair run? I think like 4.6 or something like that.
His game is about anticipation. He knows where the ball's going.
Yeah.
But Bernardo Green and Mustafa.
Mustafa. Yeah, they definitely.
You still got Demo on the other side. That's a good combo right there. Yeah, I don't know about Jair.
Just get another corner. I mean, you can. I say I say we can try to get out the free agency, like there's some, for that D-line, like add some pieces. I know, I bring back Ken Lowe and Solomon Thomas, because some players from the Jets don't want to come over.
Yeah, it's already been assumed.
We're solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even I take DJ Reed if we can get him.
Oh no, that's a good. Ooh, that is a good pickup though. Seriously, a good pickup.
Yeah, I take Reed. Yeah, I take Reed. Take him back. You know what I'm saying? So I just think we did. Then in the draft, and for one, re-signed Dre Greenlaw. They definitely got to re-sign Greenlaw. I think so. I think we solid want to keep Greenlaw. We definitely should keep Greenlaw.
We probably already told Kyle.
And then the draft, I like the two offensive line we had that played the last game. They did pretty decent. The last game that we had, when we played against Arizona, two big offensive linemen they picked up the last game of the season. Two linemen we picked up. I forgot their name.
Them two linemen, right?
Yeah,
you haven't forgotten them either, right?
Yeah.
I want to see them again.
They did pretty. Yeah, me too. And and then we just need to just get a tackle. Get it. They were talking about the center from Atlanta, or something we was connected to, or something like that. He supposed to be good. Yeah, so man, you can get the center. Like I said, you can try to get whatever you can get off free agency, and then when the draft comes, you just get the best player available. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go about it.
What was him? One of those guys' names was Pleasance. I forget what the other one's name, but I was impressed with them, and they didn't know nothing about what they was doing yet, Frank. You know what? Shannon's bringing them back and give another look. Yeah.
Okay. And then you just try to get a what's his name, man? For me, I want that back. I want the dude from Penn State, either him or was another guy from South Carolina. I gotta look at his name. South Carolina.
I know you're talking about from Penn State.
He number
the edge rusher.
Yeah, Penn State. Yeah, it's the edge rusher from South Carolina. I think he number 3. I think he number 3. Ronbo, a dog, Ronbo. I forgot his name. I think his name Kennard. I forgot his name. I'm gonna look it up. So when I talked to you Friday, I had all my information and everything ready for you. But I know the chat or somebody know his name. He number 3. He played for South Carolina. Ronbo, a dog. Ronbo, a dog. So if we can get him, a dog, Ronbo.
I want
come
guys,
on that other side with both
he goes, gets into a cage and waits for his time.
Ronbo, he a dog. Ronbo, a dog. That'd be a great pick if we can go after him. If we can get him, either between him or the dude from Penn State. They're my two I like as far as, pass rushing, them two. So, other than that, man, the mindset going in this year right here, the Super Bowl is at our home. Super Bowl is at our home. That should be on the board right there, y'all. Super Bowl is at our home. Let's take care of our bodies. Let's come back even stronger and better. And let's go on a run, man. One game at a time, let's go on a run. Kyle, you got to change some stuff up different, man. I don't know. We still don't know who the offensive coordinator is yet. He say QB at, but he never announced it, who the offensive coordinator is yet. So I don't know, man. Kyle got to change his offense around, Ron. But the offense is the lead caught up with his offense. They did. So he got to tweak some things. He got to go back in the lab.
He did. Name his OC.
No, it was QB. Remember they got fined because they didn't go through the Rudy rule, far as interviewing people.
That's right. So ain't no it was Kubiak. He was calling plays. That's who was calling plays. It was Kubiak.
Yeah, Kubiak. Well, yeah, but he did. They didn't announce it. So we don't know who the offensive coordinator is yet. So, I think it's going to be QB, but they probably just did some little interviews, and then, they're going to just go ahead and get the QB. So, but Cal just got, he just got to, man, you got to get everybody involved, Ron. You got to get everybody involved. Stop falling in love with that one player and trying to run to death. Cal, you got to switch it up. Go back to 2019, mix it up when you had a two-headed monster, man, with Mostert and Coleman. You got to switch it up, Cal. Like, come on, man. As I said, we need to. That's why I said keep them two linemen that they was big, and then you just, if you can get the guy from the Falcons, that center from the Falcons, and then you just draft a couple linemen in the draft, and because we need a Philly line, man. We need a Philly offensive line, Ronbo. That's the type of line we need. We need a big Philly, that Philly offensive line.
Sure, either that or the Lions. My God.
I like Philly line better. I like Philly line better. That Philly line be blocking. Well, Kansas City gonna win, Ronbo. Philly don't.
No, I know.
See, Washington had it. Washington don't have the personnel that like Kansas City had, and was their defensive coordinator.
Frank, Kansas City ain't got all that kind of personnel. They just do things right.
No, Sam, no. But as far as they've been together, you know what I'm saying? Like
Long
the
continuity.
They've been together. The continuity. What's the defensive coach? Spagnola. He gonna stack that box. He gonna stack that box, Ronbo. He gonna stack that box. They secondary nice. McDuffie and Reed and them. They gonna stack their box and they gonna make Jalen Hurts play quarterback. Watch Saquon might get off here and there, but they gonna shut that down.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
they gonna shut that running down.
He's seen stacked boxes all year though. They're gonna have to do more than that. But that's what Spagnolia does do well. He'll come up with schemes.
That's Ronbo. Trust me, Kansas City. But that's what they want. Kansas City about to win, man. Kansas City about to win in 3. That's what they want. We can see it. It's written on the wall. It's already written on the wall.
Frank,
First thing that ever. It never haven't been done. It never haven't been done. It's written on the wall, man. They
gotta have the feelings hurt.
They gonna win, man.
Gotta be stopped.
I want them to win because I want to be the team that hurt their feelings. I don't want Philly to be the team that beat them and they go running around. See, this is how you do it. Y'all couldn't do it like we did it. Y'all had 2 tries. And look, we see the second try we beat them. I don't want to hear them brag and all that. No.
That's so
I don't want to
true.
hear them brag.
I mean, damn if we do, damn if we don't. I don't know. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't want Philly to lose. I want us to be the team that put an end to them. So I want Philly to lose. I want Kansas City to have it. Go ahead, because I believe if they win it this year, I think they time gonna be a little. I don't think they're gonna go back for. I think they're gonna because everybody might retire.
Frank, if they win,
Chelsea might be gone.
Maybe Frank, but if they win, they'd be the greatest Super Bowl team of all time. They already are if they win 3, but if they win next year, they will have 6.
You can get it.
They 6 Super Bowls.
You can get it. They can have that. I ain't tripping on. They can have it. I ain't tripping on that.
I don't want that.
They can have it. I mean, they can have it. I'm not tripping. The league gonna give it to them. So ain't nothing we can do about it. We don't want. The league gonna give it to them.
Frank, we gotta stop.
We just gotta win next year.
Next year for sure.
That's all.
Frank, I'm gonna tell you what. Good to hear from you again. We're missing you for a long time. But get on. I'll see you Friday.
Yeah, no, I'll be listening there. Right. Yeah, I'll be in Friday, man. I'll be listening there, man. My ears stay tuned there. But shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Love you, man. The production.
I love you back.
Shout out to my man Ellis, Papa Dragon, Tony, Jack, the TNT fam, everybody, man. Big show, man. All y'all, man. I love all y'all, man. So fish sandwich, we be back on the market, man. Starting September. So we'll be back on the market. All right, 2 for 20, 3 for 30.
Rumbo, what to do, Rumbo?
All right, Rumbo.
Like Frank. Hey,
all right,
fam. Give my best to Bob's too. All right.
I will. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, fam. Oh, by the way, and Harold, I saw your remedy for the chest cold. I took it down. Okay, so I'll get back to you because I don't feel like going to the doctor. That bothers me going to the doctor. Breathe. Yeah, you got a pretty bad chest infection. Well, let's get your prescription. I'm going to give you a shot of penicillin and give you this prescription to fill out, and you should be okay in a couple of days.
Well,
Anthony, come on in.
What's going down, Ronbo?
Anthony, man, Kyle Shanahan's offense has been exposed to no longer being potent. We have an impotent offense now that it's going to take more than Viagra to fix. And also, you figure that it's going to end up happening. Also, we need to stop the run. We have some very serious issues here and there that have to be addressed. Kyle's got to do something with that offense.
Rambo.
People cannot know what we're going to do every snap, and we need to get that run stopped. Can we save money on it, though? Go ahead, fam.
My man was talking about the dude for South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
His name Kyle Kennard.
Kyle
He's
Kennard.
number 3, number 5, Rambo. Kyle Kennard. He's number 5. He's a beast.
Yeah.
And the other dude he's talking about for Penn State is Abdul Carr.
Wait, who?
Rambo.
Abdul. Hey, Abdul Carter. I was looking at him at Penn State. Defensive end.
Yeah.
I understand he's just crazy good.
Defensive end. Rambo. Between him and that boy from South Carolina, Rambo, I would most definitely trade up to get one of them because
he's like that? Damn.
What? Rambo. Man, I'm trying to tell you, Rambo. Bye.
Now, if I'm trading up, that means this boy is bad.
South Carolina's a monster, Rambo.
Oh. Look for the 49ers to pull something off like that, too, because the 49ers are more tired than we are of that defensive line being inadequate.
And I see Robert Sanders say he's looking to add speed to our defense.
Even as we speak.
Rambo, do you know we missing?
What?
Kyle and them be getting these little short cornerbacks and safeties, right?
Yep.
We miss that. We missing that physical safety with lift. Rambo.
It gets flags thrown at me. He hitting people so hard until the ref look at it again.
What was Jimmy Ward's specialty?
Jimmy Ward. Ward was
stopping the tight ends.
He was Jimmy.
Stopping the tight ends.
I didn't really know how good he was, but Jimmy, yeah. Oh, he could do
He
what he
was
did
stopping
well.
tight ends.
Yep. Little as
He
he was.
bragged about stopping the tight ends. And he was physical. And he had speed. Jimmy Ward ran like he ran a 4.51, something like that.
But when it comes to game time, Jimmy can move.
He run 4.6. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So Jimmy Ward, we
And
can find
you
another
can
one of
blitz
those.
Ward.
And he had great
you
IQ,
can get one
too.
of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he always bragged about stopping the tight ends.
Yeah.
And he did.
He did. Wasn't catching nothing on Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy Ward. And he can come up and support the run, man, stop the run.
Oh, and once he put his hands on you, Jimmy did not miss tackles. Once in a while.
No.
But normally, no.
he
Once
was a
Jimmy
great
wraps up, he's got
tackler.
you.
Yeah, just once he wrapped up.
So, yeah.
Hey, Rambo, I heard one of the callers say, I forget his name, he said some of the most ridiculous stuff I ever heard. Talking about some, you can't do like you do back in the day with just winning with the defense. You got to keep Patrick Mahomes out of the field. How you keep him out the field, Rambo? The defense.
Well, in theory.
You keep him out the field with the defense, then who's on the field then, Rambo? Our offense, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yes. But you know what? In theory, he's right. If game time possession, offensive possession, trumps that of the Chiefs, you have a good shot of beating them.
That's right.
We did that once. That first time we played them, it didn't work.
With the defense.
Yep.
Rambo, back in the day, 49ers had a good defense, right?
Oh, legendary.
Good defense and offense, right?
Yep.
Okay, so now you see what I'm saying, Rambo? That's how you keep
if you got a combination
field,
of the two, oh yeah, you get it. You're gonna be tough to beat.
Now you see what I'm saying, Rambo?
Yep.
We got a combination of two.
Yeah,
That's
no,
how
you can't have a weak offense and expect to win.
keep-
That's true.
No,
So you keep the defense on the
you
field all
can't do
day.
that.
Yeah.
With Rambo, I had to bust everybody bubble. When this drop comes, we going D tackle and edge rusher first.
I believe it too.
Rambo, in the second or third round, you get offensive tackles, man.
Yeah.
This draft loaded with offensive tackles, Rambo.
Because the priority. Most people.
You get that in the second and third round.
Yeah. I mean, most teams are not going to get that
Rambo,
position early on.
Rambo, you know what we really missing?
What?
We missing that pure center.
I know.
A center, Rambo.
We've been trying to find a center for how long? And it's only certain kind of centers can play Kyle Shanahan's offense. So yeah, it's rough.
Ronbo, all thing we need to do going to this free agency is get DJ Jones. You know why? DJ Jones can push the pocket, Ronbo. You feel me?
He does a good job of that.
And he's good at stopping the run, Ronbo.
Oh yeah, Jones.
Yeah,
boy,
he's fast.
Yeah, run about that Jones boy. Oh no, I love him. I was so bad. I mean, it was bad when we left. I knew it.
Ronbo, I'm going to let you remember something.
Go ahead.
Do you remember we were playing against Seattle? You remember DJ Jones started through the middle and ran Russell Wilson down?
I'll never forget it as long as I live. I never seen DJ move that fast. Oh, Russ didn't know he was running that fast either.
I didn't know he could move that fast. He shocked me. I was like, whoa, what?
He was on Russell all over Russell like a cheap suit. We got to stop though, fam.
DJ Jones back and put him in that middle Ronbo to push that pocket. And first everybody cried about Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
They cried about Nick Bosa ain't good as it used to be. What they failed to realize, Ronbo.
I know.
When Nick Bosa came to the league, he had Quan Alexander and DJ Ford. You feel me?
Anthony, I do. Anthony, we got to stop though. I'm gonna see you Friday. I'll be back looking for you. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
All right. Appreciate you, fam.
Appreciate you, Ronbo.
Anthony, see you Friday night, babe. All right. Night.
All right.
Yeah, he's right. You know, people keep getting all over Nick. They expect him to run that whole D-line by himself. Every time people talk like that,
he can't do that.
Okay.
Right. Wearing him down, Ronbo.
All right, fam. We're going to go, fam. Eric, come on in.
What's up, everybody?
Eric. You, man. Eric, I didn't know that there was some talk about DK Metcalf vacating the Emerald City. Is that true?
I have not heard it, but I will say this: if it is true, I'll be happy. Yeah, I'll be happy. And again, it's all the extra antics. Like all the antics that he does,
and complaining about the need for the ball. You know, you can't have your wide receiver doing that all day and all game long.
No.
And DK is one of the worst. So yeah. You know, it'd be great if you could make a deal with the Cincinnati Bengals, Higgins, for DK Metcalf, sign and trade. You know what? No, I don't. Eric, you know how I feel about you, but I don't want you guys to have Higgins. Higgins is good, really good. He's underrated for how good he is because of being on the same team with the other Pro Bowl wide receiver. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, I can't wait to see where Higgins ends up. We're going to find out in a few weeks, actually.
Yeah.
Because T is.
Yeah.
Whoa, man. The perfect, difficult wide receiver to play against. Long limbs at that as well. Can make ridiculous catches. Man.
Yeah. I tell you, if DK does get moved, actually, the one team to really look at would be Vegas.
I know, right? Seems like a lot of people are going to Vegas. A lot of players. Let's put it with the Giants. They can't hurt us there. The Giants don't have a quarterback worth the damn. You know, it's going to be funny to see what the Giants do in the first round. Don't they have the number 1 or 2 pick in a year where the quarterbacks just aren't that special? Well, you got Shador.
Oh no!
But after that, who is it?
I hope they won it. The Giants won the game, but they should have lost. I think they fell from like 1-2 to maybe like 4-5 range. If they lose on all of those quarterbacks, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, if I'm that owner, man, I tell you what though, those guys call in, I would never stop bothering them. I might not fire them because they thought they were right. But I'd be considering it. Every time they look up, I'd have a text message on their phone. Tell me again that you did not trade Saquon Barkley to the Eagles. I just want to know if I'm asleep. Somebody pinch me, please. A few minutes later.
Yeah, because...
Guys, can we get Saquon back? That was the biggest mistake, one of the biggest mess-ups, Eric, in NFL history.
Yeah.
You sent Saquon Barkley to Philly and made them into the powerhouse they are, and you kept Daniel Jones, and you overpaid him. Oh.
Yeah, if you're going to overpay for one of the two of those two guys, you overpay for the wrong guy.
And Saquon wanted to stay in New York, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, if y'all, I heard y'all were talking about centers in football.
Mm-hmm. Because we need a center.
One guy. What?
Because we do need a center. I mean, we need one some size, but he needs to be a little cerebral. He can't be just any big dude without a lot of good sense. He's going to have to do a lot of things in Kyle Shanahan's offense.
Yeah, with one guy named Connor Tarleton at Mizzou, who I like to watch.
Mizzou. Yeah, they got a pretty good.
He's about 6'4", 290.
Ooh, not bad. Because I don't know how much Brindle weighs.
Probably, if he comes out, I think I hope he's going to come out, but...
What year is he?
You probably... What junior?
He's a junior? Okay. That's good time. Yeah, that means he's
yeah,
playing the ball. Yeah.
If he does come out, you could probably get him in one of the later rounds because he got a little bit injured this year, so yeah, he got banged up a little bit.
You know, when you see a lineman get banged up, it's insane, isn't it? Those big monsters getting up around 300 plus pounds, and you see them hurt. When I see those guys limping off the field, I'm always like, man, if people don't know that there's a lot of violence going on in the middle of that field, they better know. If that guy can get hurt, other people can be killed. That's rough.
Yep, I mean, yep, it's gonna be it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna last. I think it's gonna land somewhere. Hopefully, get some good action.
You know what?
I guess
the 49ers have been working on a couple of... Nick Sakel, I don't know how far along we are in his development, but Weston Richburg, Kurt, I remember him. Nick Sakel has been developed for 4 years, I think. Every week he'd be a healthy scratch for the first 2 years, I remember. And then this last year, he saw a little action. They may have him right where they want him. I don't know. They took a couple of years to get Aaron Banks out on the field. And when they did get him out there, Aaron Banks was just too big and fat, and he couldn't move. For Kyle Shanahan's offense, that doesn't work. So they finally got him down to right size. And he wasn't bad his first season. He was healthy. But he's not been healthy since. Last year was bad. This year was bad. So, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with that. I'm sure they've had discussions.
Yeah, I mean, like with Cardinal, I heard a couple of times this year he had to leave games due to injuries. So if they do want him, just know, but he might not
be there too late.
Yeah.
That's what is the best offensive lineman. Because we got lucky in the third round with Pooney. Pooney's a great pickup. I don't know how everybody passed on him all the way to the third round. That's a first-round pick all day. He really is talented. But that's the way it goes. Eric, we're going to go. I'll see you Friday like we always love to do is I'll wait for you to get in here.
Hi, bud.
All right. Night, Eric.
Hi, bud.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo. It's nice going, buddy. How you feeling?
A lot better. It may be an infection, but it's losing out. But slowly, it will not go away quickly. I've never had a chest infection, but I realized This is definitely a chest cold.
Yeah.
No other part of my
No, you
body
gotta
is
take a chance
bothered.
because you know, that's something you don't play with when you get older, man. Because a lot of people, they could be ammonia, get bad. I mean, the kid was rushed to the hospital 2 days ago because her ears were bothering her.
Your ears?
And they found out or something. Yeah, he was in a lot of pain.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, as I say, it's subsiding, but I'm not going to let it subside forever. Because if you remember, last week I could barely talk more than 2 sentences. I can talk now. So it's not as bad as it was. So I figure I might be winning this battle, but I'm not going to let it go a lot longer. So
No, but you don't want to. Yeah, you gotta find out from a doctor just to be safe. Because when you get older, like you said, we're like car parts. Once you get old, a lot of our stuff starts. We're like cars, man. We get older, we start falling apart.
Yeah. Actually, I try to take precautions about that getting older stuff. A lot of people get older unnecessarily to the body breakdown. There's a lot of guys that are getting older around 35. It's all about maintenance too. If you don't take care of your body, you could start falling apart at 30. So, but anyway,
there's a lot of that.
We'll look into it.
But I was laughing at the Cowboys how they signed our ex-defensive coach. I was laughing. I was like, oh my God, what's next? Moody and Ronnie Bell? Maybe Ronnie Bell will join them, and Moody will go along with them.
This would be a good.
Hey, we'll take your kicker. We'll give you our kicker. Hey, we'll swap kickers for the Cowboys. We'll take theirs. They can take.
Hey, wait a minute.
That'd be funny.
Wait a minute. Is it Cowboys that have a decent kicker, or is it the Rams? Well,
no, Cowboys got a good kicker. He knows his guy's well. His kickers at the Cowboys.
Well, yeah, but the Rams kicker came in the same time as Jake Moody, same draft, and he's not bad. Jake Moody.
Even the Green Bay Packers kicker was good. Carson.
Yeah.
He was in the same draft class too. Yep.
So,
he was drafted after.
Somebody said that they've also brought in another competition for Jake. So Jake's going to have to beat people out to get that job anyway, so we'll see.
Well, I would like to see them bring in a guy from Tennessee, the kicker that's at least 90%. That's the guy I would like to bring in.
If you say he's from Tennessee or he's in the draft?
No. He's from the NFL Tennessee Titans.
Hey, but why? Okay, but when you say that though, I always wonder. Now, the Titans willing to let him go?
He's a free agent.
Oh, he is. How'd that happen?
And a guy like that would love to play for a team like San Francisco. Somebody that at least, because Tennessee is not going to go nowhere. They got a long way to go, Tennessee.
Well, yeah, they really do. And they made some decisions recently that just, wow, what are you guys doing?
Now you guys were talking about, I heard you guys were talking about centers. One center I would love to go after, I don't know if he's a free agent, is Tony Wright's Atlanta Falcons center. That's supposed to be really good.
Everybody talks about him a lot. Oh, what's his name?
There's one guy. Oh, man. Tony, what's his name, buddy? Put it in the chat. And there was another guy that were looking at the Colts center, and another guy who was an ex-49ers center who's with the Chicago Bears.
I'm trying to remember the last center we got rid of that we didn't like. Or that we did.
Well, he was on the Bears. He was drafted a couple years ago. Or we picked him up undrafted, but he went to the Bears after. Tony can look that up. Tony's good at looking at it.
No, wait, undrafted. I'm thinking about some guy we drafted recently, and he did get away. I think he was an offensive lineman, but not a center. But anyway.
But he was a center for Chicago. But no, I mean, I can't wait, man. Like you said, with the draft time now, the combine's coming up, Super Bowl. I can't wait. And everybody's talking about they want Kansas City. No, you got to go for the Eagles because you don't want to. The problem is we don't want the Chiefs to catch up to us. We want them to. And you know what?
That's all it takes this year. That's it. They've caught up.
Oh, you'll hear Mahomes this, Mahomes that. He'll be better than Brady. No. He's not better than Brady.
I know. No matter what, the quarterback of the day. 10 years from now, if there's another quarterback that does good, he's better than Mahomes and Brady. That's the way it works.
Well, the next quarterback that could be like Mahomes, maybe be Daniel someday. Maybe he'll be the next one in line.
Now, Alex Mack is who we used to have. You're not talking about Alex Mack, are you? They went over to Chicago?
No.
I wish Alex Mack would have wanted to play longer. Alex Mack, he was the perfect center.
No.
For Kyle Shanahan.
He was in Chicago. I think he was in. I don't know if Greg Cohn was talking about it or Larry Krueger was talking about it. I think Larry Krueger might have said something about it.
We're going to find out because
yeah,
at some point they've got to figure out something with that. Brindle's not going to get that done.
And then Larry Krueger says, "Oh, for the 49ers first-round pick, they're going to go after the guy from Penn State." I said, "Yeah, in your dreams, boy. If they fall, I mean, it'd be nice if he falls to us, but I doubt it."
Wait, which player are you talking about? You're talking about a defensive lineman?
I think he's a defensive guy from Penn State. I think.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about a little while ago, and
yeah, that's what Larry Krueger was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, his name
and then
is
Larry Krueger has
Abdul Carter.
You know, he's supposed to be good. And then Larry Krueger would say, "Oh, the Niners will pick up 2 running backs." I said, "How many more running backs is he going to need on this team? Why don't you bring the whole squad?"
Krug's joking. They better not do that, or somebody will need to be fired. Yeah.
He said 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. That's when he's been smoking.
Yeah, no, that's not going to
I'm
happen.
about to call him up after he's smoking some.
That is not going to happen.
The pickles?
There are
that stuff?
No.
One running back, 1 tight end. Yeah.
Don't even have to worry about it. There's so many things we need more than that. I mean, that's not even nearly going to happen.
And the quarterback they're talking about? The quarterback you're talking about. I wouldn't mind getting. That's the guy that beat us, I think. Is that the guy that beat us in the Super Bowl?
Who? You said a cornerback?
Flacco. Quarterback.
Flacco.
Joe Flacco beat us in the Super Bowl.
Hey, you could take that seriously. They might pick him up because Flacco seems to be reborn.
I would take Joe Flacco in a heartbeat. No, I'd take an heartbeat because he could be a good teacher.
I got no problem with Flacco either. I agree.
I take Flacco in a heartbeat and let Dobb walk. Let Allen walk and bring in Malachi as a third string. There you go.
That'll be fine. Yeah.
That'll be fine with a young. You gotta have a teacher teaching 2 students.
Right. You get that veteran quarterback in there. That's a good idea. You know.
Yeah. Yep. Another guy was talking about the ex-Falcons quarterback. That who's that guy? He was an Oregon Duck. I think he's with Washington. Their backup. They were talking about him too. That he's supposed to be good, but I don't want him. I want the guy. You know. I want the guy from the Colts.
We're gonna, hey Mike. I'll tell you what. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that stuff pretty much a lot going to days ahead. Let me see you Friday, okay?
Friday, perfect, man. Get better and shout out to all my 49ers, Tony Wright, Eric. I see you, man. Get rid of DK. He's drama queen. Get rid of him. Let him walk. And pick up Higgins. That's your man. Higgins going to be a Seattle Seahawk.
What a great swap.
All right, Rob. I'll talk to you Sunday. Get back, buddy.
All right, Michael. And Steven. Steven's got the song and dance, man. Steven. Steven.
Rumble.
Steven, come on in, man.
Rumble.
Yeah.
She asked me, who are you gonna be when it's all over? When it's all, I don't want to think about that. Right?
Steven, he didn't forget the words this time.
Oh. How you doing, Rumble?
Doing a lot better. Not completely, but I think 80% it's gone, but it's still lingering around. But Steven, you know, we got to think about Kyle Shanahan's offense. It's already been figured out pretty much. We're expecting at least some kind of a change in this offseason period. But then, who's worthy of being put in that draft, pulled out of the draft, to put on the offensive defensive line? I mean, it's got to stop. Year after year, we're saying the same thing. Can't stop the run. Can't stop the run. It's like a broken record now. We can't stop the run. We better stop the run next year, Stephen.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, Saleh, you know, Robert Saleh, you know, he's back.
Yeah.
You know, Grant Cohn's dad, he said that's good news for the Niners that he's coming back as the DC.
Wait, you what did you say about Grant Cohn? He's what?
Oh, his dad.
Oh, I thought you said Grant Cohn is a dad. Wait a minute.
No.
I thought Grant announced having a child. Oh, but anyway, go ahead.
Grant's
famous dad, yeah.
His dad said it's a good hire because it really helps the defense out.
Yeah, because they haven't looked right since he left. Well, D'Amico did a good job, since D'Amico and Sal look great. It hasn't been right since they left, though.
Yeah, but I think you know, you know, if he didn't come back, like Robert, if he didn't accept this offer, we would have been screwed.
I mean, if he would have went to be a head coach, I don't know who we were going to get. You know, Brandon Staley was standing by, and I'm sure every time Kyle walked down the hall, "Hey, coach, did you see me?" I mean, you didn't even say hello. Oh, hi, Brandon. Hey, coach, are we still on the same page here? You know, can you imagine? Because I think Brandon Staley would have liked to have been the 49ers DC, but he runs the wrong scheme, and Kyle doesn't want to move from the 4-3. He runs a 3-4. He does a good job, though. But I don't know if our personnel is ready for a 3-4. I don't know if we got the right people. Usually you draft components for that kind of thing that really fit into that kind of situation. So I don't know why Kyle doesn't really like him. I think they said now Brandon Staley might not be with us next year either.
Yeah. Remember Darius during the season? He said, "What the f is this team doing?"
You know,
but yeah,
it was. How many weeks, Stephen, did we have that were just downright embarrassing? You know,
that is not
because I wasn't used to that.
Yeah, that is not Niners football.
That's what I'm saying. It was just something I'm used to. I mean, both the wins against the Rams were extremely embarrassing. The loss against the Cardinals, the first one was just stupid, and the second one against the Hawks, unbelievable. How'd you guys manage to do that? So there's just way too many losses that didn't make any sense.
Yeah, good thing we didn't go to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs again.
I know. Actually, losing these games is a blessing in disguise, because you know how Kyle Shanahan, he gets the team ready for the playoffs. Shanahan may be one of the best at getting teams ready for the playoffs. We suck coming down the regular season, but he probably would have got us to the NFC CG. And then, of course, Saquon Barkley would have ran us off the field.
I don't know if you saw, but they asked Debo today, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? And he didn't pick, because he hates them both.
I don't blame him. You know, it really is. I don't want to see the Chiefs win another one. So I just have to bite the bullet and just, all right, come on, Eagles. You know, you just got to do it. I don't want the Chiefs to win. I know they're going to, though. It's hard to beat them in this situation. When it comes to the Super Bowl, they're just this is what they do.
Yeah. I think for the Niners, coming up in the draft, Ronbo, with the pick, I don't know if people are going to be happy with if it's an offensive player or if it's a defensive player, because I think for us, we need an offensive lineman.
Oh, we've needed offensive linemen for years. That's just goes without saying. They started last year at least. They picked up a quality offensive lineman in Pooney, but he needs help out there. Actually, Aaron Banks was originally a good offensive lineman. That would have been 2. They need a center and a right tackle. And they need backups that can play in these positions.
Yeah,
Steven, but do you remember those guys that came in last year toward the last couple of games? Who are those guys? They weren't bad. They were not bad at all.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll be in camp. We'll see.
Yeah. Did you see Nick Swerson? He went to the Cowboys.
Yeah. Him and Schottenheimer are going to go over there and make a mess together. I love it.
How do you see the? What you going to say, Ron?
No, I said watch him do a great job now, just because I said that. But what were we going to go ahead?
How do you see the NFC West next season? Do you see us competing back to the top, or?
No, I do see the 49ers competing because this is the same scenario that took place last time. We went to the Super Bowl, came out, and everybody, even a high school team, could have beat the 49ers after that 2020 season, right? So this season, same thing. This is how the 49ers do. They were supposed to win it, though. But the 49ers, they take it off after because they leave everything on the field. And they just don't recover. It takes a while. So this year, for all the teams that think the 49ers are done, that's going to be pretty funny. But the 49ers will be back this year in some capacity in a way where I'm sure they'll compete. I just don't know who else is going to be the surprise team this year. The Rams, I hate to admit it, they are going to be an obstacle. They did look good last year. If Stafford comes back, they're going to be competitive, really competitive. Yeah. The Hawks, I don't know how to call the Hawks. The Hawks are good last year.
Yeah.
But as long as Geno Smith's the quarterback, there's always going to be that little opening where you can get him. Because he's going to make that crucial mistake exactly at the wrong time. And, of course, Washington's going to be in the picture next year.
Cardinals?
Look out for the Panthers, too. Cardinals? Yeah. Steven, I don't think so. The Cardinals are weird. They came off looking like they were going to kick ass and immediately turned to mush midway through the season. What was it with that? So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, see, we're going to run out of time. I thought you were the last one, actually. I was going to let you. Anyway, let me. I'll see you Friday, okay?
Oh, Friday. Best time Friday. Before I go, Ronbo, I just want to say, she wants some Marvin Gaye, some Lutheran, a little.
Wait.
I'll
I know who that is. Charlie Puth.
It's Kanye.
Production says Kanye. Oh, no. You're doing Kanye now? I should have known.
I'll see you Friday.
Good
night.
Steven, man. Steven's a crack up. Jalen. I was hoping you'd make it in there tonight, Jalen. Get in here, man. Come in, Big J. And we're at Big Show. Man, I'm going to send Big Show a note. Big Show, don't be hiding now, man. You always come in during the off season. Big Show sidestepping us. Hey, guys, if Big Show comes in, don't pick on him. You go too far. Now you got him. He said he won't come in now.
Yeah, I ignored it, Chad.
Jalen?
Hello?
Yeah. I couldn't hear you at first. I can hear you now. Jalen, come on in, man.
Yeah, I ignored the chat, Ronbo. I don't be.
Yeah. Yes, Big Show's got to do the same. I beg people to please not be so hard on him. And Jalen, you know, like you are, you don't care what they say, so it's okay.
Yeah, I don't. Half of it because there's some of them are delusional, and they know I'm right. God damn it, deep down they know I'm right. They just don't want to admit it,
or don't want to hear it.
Oh, Ronbo, you did me dirty the other day trying to make me look like the bad guy. I never said Kyle Shanahan went and got Robert Saleh to save his job. That was not what I was implying.
No. I probably did misinterpret that. After a while, I thought about that. But what you did say, if things go south, Saleh's there to take some of that blame at least, right?
No. Saleh's not taking any of the blame.
Okay.
Like he indirectly saved another year of his job, bringing Saleh back. You just made him the highest paid coordinator. You're not about to fire Kyle Shanahan after you just made this man the highest paid coordinator.
Good point. I just hope Saleh doesn't get him a job offer next year because Shanahan, he leaves an open contract. If you do see an order that's lucrative enough that you just can't see passing it, I'm free to let you go. That's how I am. That's how I do. And that's how come we suffer from year to year.
Ronbo, all I want is first of all, if the Chiefs win, they'll have 5 rings, which is wow.
You know, that's driving me crazy. I forgot about the ring they won way back when Moses was. I mean, so I say Methuselah was still ruling the planet. You know, I forgot all about that. So yeah, 4 would make yes.
Yeah,
under Mahomes.
Yeah, they'll be in the. We got to start looking at the Chiefs franchise a little bit differently if they get this 5th ring.
Already we have to. They've surpassed everybody except us, the Steelers, the Cowboys,
and the
Patriots.
But they're going to be up there real soon, Ronbo.
Oh, no. Hey, you know what, though? If the Eagles win, isn't that 3 for them?
Ronbo, no, it's 2.
That one they won with what's his name against Brady was the first one? I thought they won one before that.
No, they didn't. That was their first one. That's why they treated
Good.
him like a king.
If they gonna win number 2, go ahead, y'all get that Lombardi. Okay, we'll see. Steve has them by winning by 13.
I'm gonna be real with you, Robo. It's not gonna happen.
I know.
It's not gonna happen.
I know.
Robo, we looked just as dominant last year with Christian McCaffrey as the Eagles did with Saquon Barkley.
You think so?
Yes, Robo. He won Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
It's like Robo.
And you know what?
If they were able to stop Christian McCaffrey, I think they could stop Saquon Barkley.
I know, right? And you know something else? I don't care what anybody says. Jalen Hurts is not better than Brock Purdy. Jalen is like pissing everybody off on his team. So I don't know about Jalen. He better not have that. He better have his A game this week or next week. Because Jalen, he's got receivers over there reading books and carrying on the sideline. I don't care what AJ says. AJ talking about, no, sit back there and do that to relax. AJ, come on, man, stop lying, tell the truth. You wasn't reading books last year.
Yeah, he was. You can hear me, Ronbo, still?
Yeah, it's muffled. Did you change position?
No, I put my earphone in.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, but I want the Eagles to win too, Ronbo. God, man, Ronbo, let me tell you something. First of all, to any of the AFC fans or teams in the chat, clearly, what y'all gonna do, man? This man done been to 7 straight AFC championships. What y'all gonna do about that?
I know. What? Barry, that's Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. What is up with you guys, man? Y'all, all of you guys cannot stop him every year.
Don't forget, whoa, Ronbo. Do not forget Justin Herbert, because he in his division.
I've considered him being overrated for a long time. Every time people start yelling, screaming, and jumping up and down about Justin Herbert, you know what, y'all? Justin Herbert, I'm not feeling that. He's good, but he can't get nothing done. He might now, though. He's got Harbaugh. Let's see what happens.
Ronbo, nah, he wet the bed in the playoffs.
Every time, that he did badly.
Man threw like 4 picks.
Justin Herbert, just a darker-haired Jared Goff. That's the only difference.
Oh wow! No,
he is.
Ronbo, let me tell you who he is. He's Phillip Rivers. He's Phillip Rivers.
No. Nobody's as bad as Phillip. Phillip was a cartoon. Phillip, he'll go in the Hall of Fame somehow, but Phillip Rivers will throw you an INT and a heartbeat. He doesn't wait. Phillip will throw him back to back. Whoa. So.
Ronbo, he's gonna have a Phillip Rivers type career. He's gonna put up good numbers.
So?
Yeah, he's gonna put up good numbers. His postseason numbers are gonna be very, very little, but he's gonna have a Phillip Rivers type career.
He needs a running back. That's why Harbaugh ran the ball more this year, because he knows what you know, and I know. Don't be trusting Justin to win no game with his arm for you.
Oh yeah, but quick thing though about the Eagles, and I know you're probably not gonna want to hear this. If Sorensen wins a ring, he is a better head coach than Kyle Shanahan. You know that, right?
Sorensen's not a head coach.
Nah. What's that man's name? What's the Eagles coach name?
Oh, Sirianni.
Sorensen, Sirianni. You know that, Ronbo. It kind of sounds a little similar.
No, but I'm telling you right now,
Ronbo,
I'm not signing off on that. Sirianni
wins a ring. I'm sorry.
Jalen,
2 Super Bowls and he got a ring under his belt.
Yes, but you know what Sirianni's thing is. You know what Sirianni? All he does, and I don't know why the owner thinks that's okay. How he has Sirianni just to overlook the whole operation. He doesn't call the plays. He doesn't do anything with defense. Sirianni just walks around there and intimidates.
Ronbo. If this man, Ronbo, it don't matter what he does. It's getting it done. Are you saying all of this wabba yabba jabba?
I'm telling you, Sirianni's like, they would be fine without him. He's not doing anything.
Oh, okay.
You should give it to somebody else. Sirianni.
You think this guy just up in there just around there just doing nothing?
Janet, you didn't know? Sirianni does not handle the defense. He doesn't do the play calling. Sirianni just running around there looking tough.
That's not what the head coach is supposed to do. He's supposed to overlook the team. That's what the coordinators are for.
All right, I'm still not agreeing with if they win a ring that he's better coach than Kyle Shanahan.
Hold on. So, because he doesn't run the offense, really, Ronbo?
He doesn't run the defense off.
He doesn't.
Sirianni doesn't do anything but run around there and
oversee the team.
Okay.
That's what the head coach is supposed to do, Ronbo. They're not supposed to coach. They're supposed to Well, they can.
Tony Nakatani. Sirianni is a clown. Has the best coordinator duo in the league.
They just lost both his coordinators in that last Super.
Now he's got Fangio and who else? You know what? I'm not giving Sirianni credit. He doesn't do anything.
Okay, Romo. That is in doubt.
No, I'm sticking to my guns on this. Yeah, we got to go though. Let me give you that holler. I'm not. I'm telling you right now, I'm not.
This man been to 2 Super Bowls, but we're not going to give him credit for that?
We've been to 2 Super Bowls? Dog, hey, listen, let's see what happens. If he wins this week, I will come halfway with him. But I'm not giving him all. I'm not saying he's better than Shanahan. No, I'm not. Anyway, let me see you Friday.
Man, I have a whole
Jen, I'm sorry. I just can't do it, man.
All right, Rumble.
Let me get a holler. Niners! For Big Jalen. And Tony, I agree. I, for the life of me, don't understand. When I heard about what Sirianni does with that club and how Howie just has him overlooking the whole operation, what is he? It sounds like a construction site where he's just the camp foreman. Hey, Tony, ATL, get on in there, man. Sirianni could, boy.
Say he's crying. Same old. Jalen really wants Kyle Shanahan gone, man.
I know you do. To compare him to Sirianni, that's cold, man. That really is. Sirianni don't do jack. I don't know. Tony, why do the Eagles keep Sirianni? He doesn't do anything.
And now they're saying, oh, Sirianni's a good guy. He's emotional, but that's what that city needs and all this. I don't think he's a good coach.
So he's a personality for Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's actually more like a bouncer than a head coach.
Yeah, with that big thug he's got on the sideline, who has since, I understand he's back on the sideline. They did have him up in the booth off the field. So I guess that punishment's over.
Yeah. So. Well, I hope they can pull it off. You know, I can't stand the Eagles either, but I hope they can
I really wish
pull off this win, man. Like I said, I'm not going to watch. I might peek, but I ain't watching. I ain't watching.
This is what the Chiefs, this is old. They're so ready for this. They don't need to go in and prepare and have that deer in headlights moment or anything like that. They expect it to be where they are right now, and they know how to handle it. When you get 3 years back-to-back experience, you become good at it. They know what to do. It bothers me, but I know this. They're not going to.
Like one of your callers said earlier, I remember the name now. Jawan Taylor, that right tackle, no penalties in the championship game. I've seen 3 holding. Three times he was holding.
I'm not. This has been going on for the past few years, except for the 1 year that Tom Brady's on the other side of the field, and Tom did a minimum of work that day, and Patrick Mahomes was on. They kept Patrick on his horse all day long. One of the best defenses against Mahomes
Tampa defense tore his ass up.
Oh, they beat him up. Flags everywhere, holding, and everything else on the Chiefs. So,
Ronbo, when you first started the show and you was doing like a little news and you was making announcements, man, you rattled off a lot of free agents to be. Some guys I didn't know there was upcoming free agents.
Put it this way: every other guy, all the Pro Bowlers almost, maybe one too.
I would like to have that a minute, Hugh, and I know you would love to have him back.
Oh yeah, that boy, man. When he left, I knew that was going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's bad, man. And remember, I was telling you I wanted him in the draft the year he came out. he went to Houston in the 5th round. I'm like, he should have at least been a 3rd-round pick. Minihue knows how to rush the passer and play the run.
And he's got that long, rangy body that's perfect for that position. You know what amazes me about the Texans? The Texans do throw away people. The guy we got from Cleveland is not worth a damn, but the other guy wasn't bad at stopping the run. Damn.
You talking about Will Anderson, that 1st-round pick from 2 or 3 years ago?
No. He was an interior lineman.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of his name. I know what you mean.
He did a good job for us last year, basically. Nick loves him. So.
Yeah.
But we're going to see. Because
I'm interested in where T. Higgins is going, too, because
everybody is.
We all know they're going to pay Chase. They can't pay Higgins. He was on the franchise tag last year, so he made $25.5 million. And I don't see him going to the Giants, Ronbo, because them 2 LSU first year receivers, one was at Jacksonville, and Brian Thomas was with the Giants. Brian Thomas had over 100 receptions, had over 1,000 yards, like 1,400 yards for the Giants with no quarterback. So he's not going there.
Oh, thanks, Chase. His name was Collins. Malik Collins, that's him. And you know what, though?
Malik, yeah.
The wide receiver situation around the league, it's going to be very colorful in the next few weeks. If they're serious about what's going on in Seattle with DK, he's going to get some attention.
Yeah, because Smith Njumbo, the kid they drafted out of Ohio State 2 years ago, he's developed.
Yeah.
So they might go ahead and expand Metcalf and get rid of him and get somebody else in. But I want to see
what receiver you just mentioned though in Seattle.
Seattle's definitely up to something because our center, Drew Dahlman, you remember his dad, Chris Dahlman, that longtime 49er back in the 90s? Well, Drew Dahlman's an unrestricted free agent, and I've heard teams like Seattle and you guys might be offering him a contract.
Wait, who is this? What position?
Drew Dahlman, our center from Atlanta. We drafted him
he
in the
is the
4th
one.
round out of Stanford.
He is the one.
4 years
now,
ago.
why is he available?
And I started center for the last 3 years. He is now an unrestricted free agent.
Unrestricted free agent? How'd that happen?
Because his contract's up. We haven't re-signed him
He's a
yet.
rookie.
I don't know if he wants to stay in Atlanta.
But wait,
he's been pretty good with us. He developed under us, and he was on the line playing right next to Chris Lindstrom and our other guy, Bergeron. Our interior and our exterior line is pretty good, but we might be losing Drew Dahlman unless we can re-sign him.
Well, I doubt you let him go. If he's that good, nobody's going to give up an offensive lineman worth the damn these days. I mean, especially for that. He's just got a rookie contract. All you got to do is give him a deal. Give him a deal. He's worth it. Let somebody else go.
Exactly. I just hope we can get some defensive linemen.
Tony calls him the new Western Richburg.
And I've heard somebody say Myles Garrett. But to get Myles Garrett, you're going to have to give up current and future draft picks.
You got to gut your roster. That's an all-world guy. You're not going to get anything. You're going to give it a lot. Hey, Weston Richburg, Weston Richburg was one of the best guys at reach blocking. I mean, you thought you got by Richburg? No. I mean, Jimmy was blessed that year. So if this guy you're talking about is on your team now has Weston Richburg talents, he's damn good.
Yeah, Drew Dahlman is good. The only problem is 2 years ago he had problems with his snapping the ball too low, but he seemed to fix that and correct it.
Yeah, those are kind of things that
he's
be
good
fixed.
at run blocking, getting on that double team and then bouncing off, going to get that secondary linebacker. He's very good at that.
He's athletic. That's Richburg for sure. But what's his attitude like? I love the way Joe Staley, when we first got Richburg, said, "Yeah, he's a good ball player. He's an asshole, but he's a good ball player." Joe, what
you got to have a controlled anger playing the offensive line. Be
what?
Controlled with it.
I know. I'm still.
That's what makes all the great ones on the offensive line. So,
but I'm still a Richie.
Ronbo, I know you've heard by now. This is a talent-rich
D-line.
defensive line draft, the best that it has been in years.
I know. One writer said in 15 years he's not seen a display of talent like this coming out of the draft. Tony.
Yeah, a lot of them are out of the SEC. That one kid from Kentucky who's pretty good. Another Georgia boy, Alabama. Even this LSU kid, I can't think of their names offhand because I've been watching the Senior Bowl practices. But you guys are at pick number 11. Let's see what you guys are going to do. But I heard Ellis said something about you guys possibly trading down to acquire more picks.
Only if they don't. 49ers will do that when they don't see the player they want coming up. If they see and anticipate they can hold on to get their guy, they'll go for it. I think every time the 49ers have traded down is because the guy they wanted got taken out in the third or fourth position in the draft, and then they'll just go ahead and vacate. But if somebody's they want is still there and they can get him in 11, they'll take him. And John Lynch loves him some defensive linemen. That's why I know we're going to get one in the first round.
I think y'all going to get one, too, because y'all haven't picked this high in years. Pick at number 11.
And then you got the best
crop. They're going to fall right to you, too, the guy that you want, hopefully.
Yeah. And they probably have 2 or 3 options. And the best in 15 years, Tony, you can take it to the bank. The 49ers are getting a D-Lineman in the first round. They may go an offensive lineman in the second, but the first round, that's definitely a defensive player, a lineman.
Yes, sir. And then, like you said, there's still free agency there, too, if you want to get depth. Our offensive line is still pretty good. I'm a little concerned are we going to keep Dahlman or are we going to lose Dahlman? Because the backup to Dahlman, Dahlman missed 3 games, and he played well, too, our backup.
Well enough? Is he a rookie?
No. His name is Newitzel. He's a veteran. He's been around the league. Ryan Newitzel. He played for us last year. Played guard. He played the guard last year for us.
Well, what's his
he
contract
started 3 games at center this year when Darby was hurt and played outstanding. He's good.
Okay, but what does his contract look like now? It must be pretty serviceable?
It's pretty serviceable. But Dahlman, his contract is up. So,
yeah, so
I don't know if he's unrestricted or restricted. That's the only thing I don't know yet.
At any point, he's got to be paid. So, yeah, that could be a problem, especially if he is good and he's young. Yeah. You guys might think about that.
Hey, Ronbo, what are your Ricky Pearsall?
Yeah.
What are your plans for him this upcoming year? Is he going to be your number 2? Is he going to be your 3, or do you know what's going on with him yet?
Ooh, that's a good question. Ricky could be the number. Hey, you know what? Let me tell you. I'm gonna go over this. I gotta look at some things. I can't answer that right now.
Exactly, because I gotta go over some things too with my team. But Pearsall started balling toward the end of that year.
See, but not enough to tell me I'm going to put him ahead of Jawan Jennings. You know what? There's some things.
True.
We'll see. Tell me we got to go now. I'll see you Friday, okay?
Yeah, and Ronbo, just for comedic relief, we ran Don Burr out of this chat. I started dogging him about coming off a bye, giving up 45 points. I called them crybabies, Jared Goff throwing picks, and we ran him out of the chat, Ronbo, about 2 hours ago.
Tony, that was just mean. Although, if you want to run, there's about 3 other guys that definitely need to be ran off on a regular basis, and the Rams are dangerous. It's definitely number 1 on my list of people that I just wish.
Yes, sir.
Who else? You know how I feel about marketing. I like Marketing Pro. Apollo Crews.
Chrissy Jim Kim Everett was in here running his mouth tonight.
All right, we can start about these guys. So we'll be here for the next 5 to 20 minutes. Let me see Friday, all right?
Yes, sir. And Friday we want to talk about see if they're going to keep paying the Golden Boy all that money. Because if he keeps playing, he's going to end up leading the NFL. He's going to be the all-time interception leader in the NFL if he don't retire. Well, I'll see you Friday, though, sir.
All right, Tony.
Take care.
Have a great next 2 days. All right, fam. Night, Tony. All right, and let's call it a wrap. I suspect I definitely triumphed today. I don't think this is headed toward anything serious. I'm not going to the doctor, so he can do it. As I say, breathe. Yeah. So I got a little congestion in there, and Then give you a shot, give you a prescription. You should probably be fine in another few days. Yeah. How much is this going to cost? The rest of your natural life. Okay. I have insurance. Yeah, but it doesn't cover this because it's not going to be below the, I mean, what is your, yeah, okay. Oh, thank you, doctor. So, that's why I avoid those people as much as I can. Harold, I'm going to take your medicine and see what happens. Fam, see you Friday. And talk some more 49 football. Smooth. Be looking for you. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I'm loving subscribers. I don't get them as much as I'd like to. I would. Thanks for your contributions, fam. Night.